Hey y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I'll tell you right now, I'm a failure. I thought that I'd accomplished a lot in my life, but this man from Sweden has shown me I have done nothing, as he has broken a Guinness Book of World Records. What did he do? He consecutively cracked 46 joints in his body.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about cracking joints?
I love it
Sarah,
so much. See, you love it. Sarah loves it. I'm creeped out by all of it.
Yeah, my wife gets a little weird sometimes when I get a little too excessive with my knuckles. Oh. I don't really crack anything other than my knuckles. I'm ready to fight. No.
Oh, yeah?
No.
I crack my neck all the time. And that creeps people out, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't ever want to mess with that. That's why, like, the couple times I went to a chiropractor, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. When they crack that neck, and then you hear, I know it's like a minuscule risk of it, but like when you hear about the rumors of people having like strokes or whatever, after having like the necks cracked, I'm like, I don't even care if that's like a old wives' tale. I don't want to be the one time where it does happen.
Honestly, I think like outside of radio, I think being a chiropractor would be my dream job.
Just cracking people?
Yeah. I don't know
Getting up
why.
on them and squeezing them?
I love it. I love like the sound of it, and like it just, it's so much fun to do.
That or pimple popping for you.
Yeah, that'd be true.
Okay. These are delightful.
No, it's a good thing you found radio.
I know, it's a good thing. Yeah. I could be a lot less disgusting.
I don't know if I could trust you cracking my body. No offense.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, this. I know, Sarah.
You
I don't know.
break your foot stepping on a bottle. After all,
that's fair.
I've had Sarah. If anybody in this show has a chance of breaking this record, because Sarah cracks her whole body everywhere.
She does. Okay,
yeah, she loves doing this. This guy, I guess, you know what? Cracking your body in 46 different joints.
Huh.
I guess that does it.
I didn't know we had 46 joints.
Yeah, yes we do.
I do love that they put him like in like a little recording setup with some microphones all around him, so you can hear all the cracks.
Nice.
Oh, this is professional. You
can't half-ass this when it's Guinness.
Guinness is like no way. So if you want to see this video of this Swedish dude basically breaking the record for cracking his joints 46 consecutive times.
Oh my gosh. Even his toes.
Honestly, just sounds like he's clapping.
It does, but that's all.
The first part, yeah. Sure, clapping. His hands.
Yeah, it sounds like an aggressive time back in high school.
Oh, that's fair.
No,
Okay.
kidding.
I don't know how to
do
feel.
that.
Okay,
Oh, there you go.
Look
That's all I
at
got.
you. You're on your way to a record.
That's all I got. 10.
See.
10 joints.
No, I can't do it. I already did it this morning.
Did you guys ever used to do the trick when you have like an empty thing of Tic Tacs? I used to mess with people in high school and even in like college where like you're like talking to them, like, oh, I got to crack my neck, and you have an empty thing of Tic Tacs, and when you place it up against your jaw, and like you do this and you like push down, you crack the TikTok.
Oh, and it makes a big noise.
Because it cracks pretty easy. I mean, you can just squeeze and it crack. Oh, it makes a massive crack.
Interesting.
And every time I've used to do that, it would freak the person. Like, what are you doing? You're going to break your neck. And you're like, sucker.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Look at you. That's kind of like my going to Target and banging my head on the pole.
Yeah, you should try it.
Yeah, that sounds like that's my role. That's my thing. So I could go to Target, bang my head on the pole, and crack my Tic Tac.
You know where they sell Tic Tacs?
Hey,
at Target.
This circle is complete.
And I think you might crush that entire thing. I'd say just a couple of calories, right? Isn't it like just like a half a calorie or something?
Yeah,
like that?
probably.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just roll them all over the floor. That way, lots of people will have all sorts of fun accidents.
Can't waste Tic Tacs like that, man.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. I'll bring them to you.
So there's a Guinness Book World Record for everything, I think we've learned.
Yes, we have. Yeah, I think if you say, look, no one else has done this as much as me, Guinness is like, we don't want to have to go see you, but it is a world record.
And what's he doing with his life that he's that crackety? I don't know if that's the proper term.
Well, you know,
like, how are you that crackety that you can just like do it everywhere?
I think what happens is that maybe you get OCD about it and you go, I don't think I can be completely relaxed until I've cracked all these places in my joints and then I'm ready to go.
Yeah, but there's like certain parts that I just can't crack.
Well, you haven't tried hard enough.
I thought I did.
Yeah. You know what? Let's be honest, okay? You're just, you go to the gym and you do your normal workout, but what about your crack?
I'm not cracking enough. I'm not crackety. And he's not that old of a guy, so I was like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe he's like an older, like 60s or 70s, but he looks like he's like in his 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what he's accomplished? He's younger than you.
Well, really, what has he accomplished, BJ?
He's a Guinness World Record holder, are you?
No, I'm not.
I think just some people produce more gas in between these areas that need to be released.
Well, I produce a lot of gas. I've never set a record.
Yeah, I produce a ton of gas. Ask my wife. She's sick of it.
Yeah. You could be a record holder there.
I wonder.
You know what? You know what?
I don't even think I'm probably close to somebody who can toot the most.
Yeah, I wonder if they even... Do they even have... They probably do. They probably have the fart king, right?
In the Guinness Book.
And my bad, I fart, actually. I've learned from my daughter that boys don't toot. They only fart.
Oh, women toot, boys fart.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know what kind of propaganda my wife's pushing on her when I'm not around, but it seems like that's one of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Congratulations.
And I'm like, am I about to have a conversation? I was like, for a half a second, I was going to argue with her about it. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with a 3-year-old over whether or not dad toots or farts. Like, that's I've hit rock bottom if I do that.
Yeah, I'm rubbing off on you because you thought about it.
I can see you. Your wife comes home, you're like, what are you doing? I'm arguing with my son. About what? Whether or not I toot or fart.
Yeah, this is it. You know what? I draw the line here.
I've had it.
And if you want to see the video of this guy cracking all of his joints, setting a world record for Guinness, just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Your life will be so enriched.
It'll make you want to crack something.
Yeah.
Like it's got that, it gives you that weird, like,
Oh, really?
It triggers you to want to, like, crack your knuckles.
Yeah, Sarah, she freaked me out her entire life doing that. You know, if you catch her in a cracking frenzy, it's just like,
what a cracking frenzy. What's like her body part that she cracks the most?
Everything you can think of.
Is it from all the twerking? Her neck?
Oh, yeah. Look, she's going to town in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to talk to your daughter later about twerking.
Yes,
you got a little twerking thing?
I witnessed it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll have to bring that up sometime.
We lived it, man.
Oh, you lived it. Okay. Well, we first off have to find out why a guy was dressing up as a Walmart employee, even though he doesn't even work there. Steve's going to tell you why. Got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. And, hey, happy National Pet Day. Shout out to Bodie.
Oh, yeah.
It's Bodie's day. You already don't like your dog.
Yeah.
Get back to it. Yeah.
All right, sorry about that.
It was a honeymoon, a very short honeymoon.
Yeah.
With you and Bodie. All right, shout out to
go.
Lulu and the fact that she can't see.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
She's getting by just fine.
Oh, all right. Then.
Every once in a while, though, you're like, where's Lulu? And then she's just standing in front of like a wall. You're like, she has no idea what to do at this point.
Yeah.
Turn her around. Also, I think this should be an international day, but it's National Poutine Day.
Ooh, I love poutine.
Who doesn't love poutine? Gravy fries, as we used to call them in college. Back before we were refined individuals.
So good.
But it's National Poutine Day, but you usually get them in Canada.
Yeah, it's true. I do want to try the
international affair, if you ask me.
I do want to try the Northwest poutine over at Seattle Fish Company in West Seattle.
Does it have cream cheese in it?
No, it has fries topped with clam chowder and then cheese curds from Beecher's.
Okay, that does not sound awful.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Clam chowder fries.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's also International Be Kind to Lawyers Day. So
why?
Hey, shout out to Patrick Powell.
There you go.
I'm trying to have him teach me how to be a lawyer, and it hasn't been going very well yet. So.
You know what? He does stand out from. He stands out from
Patrick
a lot
Powell's
of
the man.
He is a great guy. I always forget he's a lawyer because he's such a good guy.
Well, and continue to be kind to him.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. But wait, you're gonna. I hear that you're trying. No, don't do that.
It's also. I feel like this might be the form of medium or a form of media that will never come back, and that's 8-tracks. It's National 8-track Tape Day.
Why?
Is there ever going to be a need for an 8-track again?
No. I mean, why do they have?
Unless you're like a hipster.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. They brought back cassettes for some reason.
Yeah, but cassettes were still a step above the 8-track. The 8-track was trash.
Yeah, I never had the 8-track, so I don't know.
I didn't either, but people in my family did, and I remember being like, can I hear what that's like? And then I pop it in, and like sometimes the songs would fade out before they're even done because it just didn't have enough space on the 8-track. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you have to understand, there was no way to listen to your music in the car. You just had to listen to a radio station. So it was revolutionary. My father was the 8-track man. He loved them.
But once they figured it out, they're like, this is trash. We could do something better, and that's the cassette.
Yeah, my father never really got a hang of the cassette.
It's the same thing, only better.
Yeah, so we know we never had on the 8-track as much as a cassette. When you pull it out, that never had the tape all over the place. I think that happened once to my father with the cassette, and he's like, my 8-tracks never did this, and he just was like...
and that's it. He just swore him off after that.
I think he was pretty much done with cassettes.
All right, let's head on over to Michigan, where there's a guy who, he decided to dress up as a Walmart employee. And you're probably wondering, well, why would someone want to do that if you're not working at Walmart? Yeah. And he was not employed by Walmart. He wasn't getting a paycheck. He disguised himself as a Walmart employee for what might quite possibly be the most brilliant idea ever. He was trying to escape from police officers.
Oh, he was trying to blend in.
Nice. Yes. So here's one of the police lieutenants talking about how they tracked down this guy when he ran into Walmart.
One of the workers there said, hey, that guy doesn't work here. Troopers confronted him. One of them said, yep, that's our guy. He ran up to the front of the store where troopers were able to tackle him. Now, this is the first time we've had somebody go into a Walmart, try to disguise himself as a Walmart worker, and kudos to the person that got involved.
Did he go into like the employee room and steal a vest?
Probably.
He must have.
Yeah, that's pretty brilliant.
That's a genius idea.
Right, because honestly, if I worked at Walmart, I'd be like, I don't know, he must be a new guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just go over there and leave me alone.
Fold some clothes, like in the clothes section, and just be like,
it's a big enough store. Like, I think about Costco. I mean, how does everybody know who everybody is? It feels like they got 1,000 employees at Costco.
Especially at Costco, because they don't even really have, like, uniforms. They just wear their normal clothes with, like, the little vests.
Yeah, they got the vest.
Yeah.
That's probably a good spot to go. Yeah. Or if you're wearing a red shirt, just go to Target.
Yeah.
And just start, like, rearranging things. Like, go head in the back where the toys are.
Yeah,
start
Target,
moving some boxes around.
Target literally has shirts, so you probably could just go to the section and go, there's got to be a red T-shirt somewhere.
That would be pretty funny if you just stole a shirt from Target to look like a Target employee.
So really, the cops were lucky that the guy got snitched on. Because he would have blended, they wouldn't have known.
He picked the wrong Walmart. It seems like everyone who works there knows each other.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, this guy's not a part of our crew.
Just my luck.
All right, BJ, I have a question for you. And
yes,
I want to
sir.
see what kind of a dad you are.
Oh, boy.
Because there's a dad in Canada that might be father of the year. He found out that his 6-year-old son needed a kidney transplant.
Oh.
So what did he do? He lost 79 pounds so that he could be the organ donor.
Oh, my God.
Apparently, he was 274 pounds. He just got under 200 pounds. He's like around 195 and got approved last month so that he could help out his kid and get a kidney transplant. Surgery's happening in June.
Oh, and so you're asking
would you want to drop a bunch of weight?
I would be more than happy to plan a nice funeral for my son.
Wow.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
I hope your kidneys are okay. You might want to live a healthy lifestyle.
Give him a great send-off, though, really. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, there's no way he's giving up Twinkies to save me.
Yeah. He'll try. He might try for one day. He might eat some celery for one day and be like, it's not working, Joe. I'm sorry.
And I mean, if weight gain is the problem where you can't give a kidney, I would have more and go, look, I'd like to help you, kid, but they say I'm too heavy.
So you can just use that as an excuse, like, look, your father's not going to be able to lose weight in time. You might want to ask someone else. Maybe ask your friend Danny.
Why did BJ gain 300 pounds all of a sudden?
Yeah.
BJ went on a massive eating spree. Like, what?
I would probably bribe somebody else to give them a kidney for Joe.
What kind of? What would you bribe?
I'd like give him some cash.
How much cash?
Well, that's a good question. We'd have to negotiate. How much you looking for?
I don't know. Maybe a good like 50,000.
Oh, I have to check my net worth.
All right. What's his net worth?
What's my net worth, Danny? If my net worth,
what's your like limit? Like if you're
if I'm in seven figures or six figures, excuse me. If I'm seven figures, if I'm making seven figures, like over $1 million
or more,
I'm willing to give you 50.
Of course, he's at 900,000 today.
Sorry, Joe.
Again, we tried, Joe. I mean, what are you going to do, Steve? I mean, come on.
Well, maybe you need to play the lottery because we have yet another random story about someone winning the lottery in a ridiculous way. A woman in California gave her grandson a $10 lottery ticket for his 18th birthday. What happened? He won $1 million. Wow.
Whoa! See, I did that for Christmas for my kids. See that? Here's the kidney. I scratched it off on the lottery.
How about this kid? He didn't even have a license or an ID yet, so he had to go get one before he could cash in the ticket. You need to show your ID to get the $1 million. So he needed to get an ID because he was 18 years old. He just turned 18.
Okay, so this grandma's like, "Come on, Jimmy, figure it out."
And then they asked him how he feels about it, and it's the best response ever. He said he's pretty stoked about it. You'd think? He's going to use some of the money for college and then save the rest.
All right, then. $1 million. Boy, if he puts that away and just lets that compound, I mean, he probably doesn't have to worry about a retirement account.
I mean, do you give grandma a cut?
Oh, no,
give her something.
She doesn't have long.
Oh, it's nice. Very, very touching. You know what else is nice, though?
Yeah?
The play of your Seattle Kraken.
Oh, yeah!
What a freaking turnaround from last season. Yet again, another great tidbit of history for this team. They cracked 100 points. Woo! 100 points. That's the only other team to do that in their second season. The Golden Knights.
That's not horrible.
What an incredible turn. I mean, you got to be talking about Ron Francis for potential general manager of the year, executive of the year, whatever it may be. I know Dave Haxtell has been a hot button throughout the season just because it's always fun to blame the coach when things aren't going well. But how do you not look at him as a potential coach of the year for turning this team around, really, with no massive superstars, just creating the right climate in that locker room to have this kind of, so many guys have 20 goals, multiple goals in the season like that. Everyone's chipping in, but mainly Jared McCann. He hit his 40-goal mark yesterday as well.
Yeah,
what a season for him.
You make a really good point. I mean, as far as general manager of the year, the only thing I could think of is, it's hard to
Boston.
Boston with this ridiculous season, and you got to go, well, the guys that put that team together, you got to look. But as far as coach of the year, I mean, I don't know. How difficult is it to coach a team that's got so much great talent that they can win just by basically just stepping on the ice? I don't know.
I mean, I would imagine that the dude that's running whatever over in Boston, but I don't know how much they factor in how you did from the season before to the season now, and when they start thinking. I mean, obviously it's a very subjective thing to be able to pick who's coach of the year, who's executive of the year, and I'm sure the Kraken really don't care because they're going into playoffs, and that's the most important
playoffs.
Part. But man, that's kind of a cool thing to even think about, this team and the turnaround that they've had in such a quick amount of time. Someone said, "Hey, by season 5, you'll have a 100-point season team." I'd be like, that's fantastic.
Sure.
The fact that we did this in season number 2 is just it's pretty badass. Also badass last night. So Grubauer played, stopped 22 shots. Right now, Martin Jones has a hand injury. I think he hurt his hand when one of the shots hit him in the glove in the last game. So he did not dress. So the backup goalie was Joey Decord. Joey played at the University of Arizona. And they played on campus. So in the final minute of the game, when you already know you won 4-1, their 5th straight win yesterday against the Coyotes, they put Joey in net just so that he could actually play on campus where he went to college.
That's cool.
I thought that was a pretty cool move by the team, and the crowd definitely responded. A lot of Kraken fans were at the game as well. Like, you could hear it whenever they would score at the Mullet Arena, which is such a great name.
But it was funny. A lot of times they were just doing the "Let's Go Kraken."
I know.
And you could hear that over the Arizona crowd.
Like when the Kraken scored, I had to do a double check and be like, "Wait, they're on the road, aren't they?"
Yeah.
No,
they're not.
Well, they are, but there were a lot of Kraken fans representing there. Up next, 2 more games for the Seattle Kraken against the Vegas Golden Knights. Both games against Vegas. Which is pretty awesome. That's going to be a fun way to end the season. You're on a 5-game winning streak. Maybe things get even better.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting because I feel like who knows what can happen, but the road to the playoffs might go through Vegas in one way or another anyway.
Well, the problem is, it's a weird thing. I want to see them keep winning. At the end of the day, you want them to go into the playoffs with a lot of great momentum. Right now, if the season ended, they'd be taking on the Colorado Avalanche, which would be a really good matchup between the Kraken and the Avalanche because they played well against each other throughout the season. However, with the way that they're playing, they could jump ahead of Los Angeles and take that number 3 spot.
Yes.
The cool thing is, you're now one of the top 3 teams in your conference or in your division, but then you have to play the Edmonton Oilers, who are red hot right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you really want to do that.
No.
I mean, eventually you're going to have to probably play the Edmonton Oilers, but maybe let them go through a round, play some hard hockey against against LA, and then you play them after that.
I know what I'm for that.
But at the end of the day, I don't care. We're in the playoffs, baby. That's all that matters.
Playoffs,
That's Kraken
baby.
hockey. The game is tonight. They're playing against the Vegas Golden Knights. So if you want to watch that game, it's tonight. Mariners, man. Things are looking good on the road against against Cleveland, and then they dropped that one game where it looked like they were going to win in the
extra inning seems to be the second time they've lost.
And again yesterday, Kelnick, he hit a home run to force them to go into extra innings, but then the Cubs had a walk off and ended up winning 3-2.
We got to figure out that whole bullpen thing.
What the hell's going on in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, I know.
Do they not know how to lose?
Tampa Bay continues to be competitive, even though they got $20 to spend.
They're 10-0. They have yet to lose this season.
Yeah, and
what a start!
They won 1-0 yesterday, so they got good pitching.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Well, they play Boston tonight.
That's why it's frustrating.
I hope they go 11-0.
Well, they went 10-0 because of Boston yesterday.
I hope it continues, BJ.
I mean, the Red Sox finally played a game where they didn't give up a lot of runs, but unfortunately, they didn't score any.
10-0 on the start of the season. That's a pretty damn good start.
Tampa Bay's looking pretty good.
That's not how the Mariners started, I tell you.
No, but as the kids say, it's early.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. But that's what I think the kids say, right?
But a 10-game winning streak surely is a nice thing and helps give you some cushion. And this is the kind of stuff that you do, that counts. Even if you have problems at the end of the season, you can look at this 10-game winning streak to know that it gives you a little breathing room.
Damn, though, what a start.
Yeah.
Weather today, 50 degrees, going to be cloudy thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Septic, and Mechanical for giving us the Migs report. And that's what's up.
Nice work, buddy.
Go Kraken, baby.
Yeah, that's Kraken hockey, baby.
2 more games.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
In the song, what did Frosty the Snowman have for a nose?
A button nose.
Correct.
Look at you, buddy.
That's right.
You know you're Frosty.
Well, it's hard to be mad if I didn't.
That's the thing. She's, You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call to play Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I owe a lot of back taxes. Can bankruptcy help me?
Bankruptcy can discharge back taxes under certain circumstances. Some types of taxes are never dischargeable, like if you have taxes from an employee, if you ran a business and didn't pay employee taxes or sales taxes. Those types of taxes cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. However, most people don't have those kind of taxes. Most people have just regular income taxes. If you owe income taxes and you filed your tax returns but just weren't able to pay the taxes, if the taxes are more than 3 years old and you filed the tax returns, those types of taxes can be discharged in bankruptcy in most circumstances, especially through a Chapter 13 case.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
Insight School of Washington is open to all Washington State residents grades K through 12. We have a personalized approach to education, whether it's college credits with dual enrollment, career readiness and certifications, credit recovery, or just the ease of flexibility. We will accommodate your family's needs. The 23-24 school year enrollment is open now. Go to k12.com/ISWA. That's k12.com/ISWA to find out more. Whatever support you and your student might need, our teachers are committed to helping your family succeed with flexible online learning. At Insight School of Washington, your child can learn in the ways that are right for them, at home, on the road, or wherever there's an internet connection. We've been around a long time, successfully schooling online for over 10 years. Tuition free. Enroll or get more information today at k12.com/ISWA. We'd love to welcome your family to the Insight School of Washington community.
Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. So what is the Big 615? Well, simply put, it's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. Get the latest on country music from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial free. That means a whole lot more music and a whole lot more country. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. And I look forward to having you join me on the Big 615.
This is your country station.
The Big 615.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Hey, look at that. It's already Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Isn't that lovely? The week's going by faster than you're expecting.
I know, man. I know. Yeah, we partied hard on Easter. We couldn't make it in yesterday.
That's what happens, man.
It was rough.
You and the Easter Bunny, man.
All them Everclear eggs.
Well, the Easter Bunny showed up with Fireball, and it was just a crazy party.
Oh my God,
I've always wanted to do one of those like adult Easter egg hunts where they put minis in the eggs and you just go find them.
In our college years, we thought it would be fun to be like, oh, one will have mushrooms and one would have acid, and this would be a recipe for the worst Easter gathering ever.
Also, just make sure you find all those eggs, because then you're going to find one years later and be like, what is this?
What's this piece of paper? I should lick it.
Oh, God.
That's what I think whenever I look at any paper. I'm going to lick it.
Lick first, ask questions later.
Well,
that should be on your business card.
No. It should not.
All right, let's move on from this weirdness. We have Jeff from Puyallup. Jeff, are you there?
Hey, buddies.
Hey, Jeff.
All right, Steve, get out of here. Don't lick anything. Maybe Joe.
Oh, no, definitely.
That's
Joe.
okay.
Yeah.
For those playing at home, Jeff has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you do only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Dan Marino played 17 seasons on what
Dolphins.
NFL team? Yes. Beginning with O, what is a baby owl called?
Owlet.
Yes. What letters between G and J on a standard keyboard?
H.
Yes. What was the first martial art to use colored belts to signify rank?
Karate.
No.
Jiu-jitsu.
No.
Taekwondo.
No. What do the letters YMCA stand for?
Young Men Corporation of America.
No.
Young Men's Club of America.
No.
Pass.
What singer had the hit songs titled Hot and Cold and I Kissed a Girl?
Katy Perry.
Yes. What actress is Justin Timberlake married to?
That lady, Jessica Biel.
Yes. The internet abbreviation IMHO stands for what?
IMHO. Pass.
What gas makes up approximately 74% of the sun's mass?
Oh, let's say hydrogen.
Yes.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
All righty.
All right.
So let's see where this one goes.
I know
This could be a close one.
There's a few that Steve I definitely will know.
All right, here he is.
This is a hard one to predict.
Here's the man.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready, Steve?
Oh, yes.
Dan Marino played 17 seasons on what NFL team?
Miami Dolphins.
Yes. Beginning with O, what is a baby owl called?
Owlet.
Yes. What letter is between G and J on a standard keyboard?
G and J. L.
No.
M.
No.
K.
No. What was the first martial art to use colored pelts to signify rank?
Taekwondo.
No.
Judo.
Yes. What do the letters YMCA stand for?
Young Men Christian Association?
No.
Oh, man. Young Men Carnival Attire.
No.
Pass.
What singer had the hit song titled Hot and Cold and I Kissed a Girl?
Katy Perry.
Yes. What actress is Justin Timberlake married to?
What actress? Jessica Biel.
Yes. The internet abbreviation IMHO stands for what?
In my humble opinion.
Yes. What gas makes up approximately 74% of the sun's mass?
Methane.
No.
Oh. Hydrogen.
Yeah.
Damn it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. That is a tie.
Damn it. What?
You were so close with the YMCA.
Right.
I couldn't think of the A.
No, you were
you
right.
got it. You just said man.
You said young man instead of men.
Men.
You had it.
And Steve, the star that's made up of methane, that's the stinky star.
Yeah, that's a stinky star. Mm-hmm.
All right, nice work, Jeff. You got us a tie, which means Steve doesn't get a song, and Steve's going to bang his head on the wall. Instead of saying men, he said man.
I did.
He said
Yeah,
young
and I
man
was just
Christian
like-
Association.
But it was Christian Association?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I got thrown off on that one. I was like,
Yep.
I'm not sure if it is or isn't. So I was like,
And I tried hard to sound very poker face-esque.
no, you weren't.
And here's the funny thing. I know why you said young man.
Young man.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
It was like,
Say
oh,
young man.
Damn
You got wrecked by that song.
Those people effed me on that one.
They surely did, young man.
Young man.
Yes, young man.
And the only other one you didn't get correct, Jeff got correct, was between the J and the G is H.
H. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he was cheating. He might have had a keyboard in
He
front of him.
might have. I don't know. I'm not there.
That's why I love Village People, because they sang a song which was a tribute to the Young Men's Christian Association,
Yes.
but the way they were dressed would be everything that a lot of Christians would not be happy about. So it's very ironic.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's like the dichotomy of it all.
Yes, it was, huh?
Right? Yeah. Young man.
Well,
There's no
congratulations
need
to everybody
feel
involved.
down.
Yeah, see, young man took you down, buddy. Sorry.
Well, a positive song when you look at the lyrics, man. Just pick yourself up, man.
Oh, pick yourself
You
up.
don't need to be unhappy.
Oh.
You know, wear a random construction man outfit or a policeman outfit.
Yeah.
I really want to be the leather daddy. There's 6 of them. We can all dress up as them.
YMCA?
Yes, or Village People. I'll be the leather daddy.
Yeah, you will.
Can I be the cowboy? I already got the outfit for it.
You're a cowboy, baby. Yeah, why not? I mean, it's it's a really fun song, and like you said, a dichotomy, but it really does spread like a message of, hey, let's just have fun.
I wonder how membership to the YMCA went after that song.
Yeah.
You know, did it help? Because, I mean, at one point, you get yourself clean, you can have a good meal, you can do whatever you feel. What are we feeling?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you're feeling like Leather Daddy is what you're feeling. Yeah. And I don't know, nowadays, can anybody go?
I don't know. There's a YMCA near my gym, and I just hear like loud music because it's also a gym. So like sometimes I'll hear them like doing workout stuff. That's all I know about the YMCA.
I know you can get memberships for your family and stuff.
Well, that's what I thought.
Pool and everything.
So it doesn't matter what your religious affiliation philosophy is. I
have no idea.
Because I mean, a lot of people don't know the acronym. They just go, "Hey, I'm going to go on to the Y." They don't even use all the letters, and I have no idea if, in fact, like sometimes people go, "Oh no, you have to be practicing this or that to do stuff."
And they still have the YWCA too.
Yeah, that's for the young woman.
Young woman.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying you can spring into strength at the Y.
Nice. Oh yeah, for the gym. A lot of people. Right. I mean, I don't think it's very expensive as far as like a gym membership.
And I think anybody can go, right?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I see when I see stuff when it's like, oh, I'm not part of that club. I don't know if I can go. I've always been that way in my life. Like, well, I don't like to be awkward walking.
Well, you don't work for Boeing, but you're a member of BECU, man.
Yes, and for a while it took me a while to actually walk into a BECU because I wasn't sure. I was like, are they going to go, dude? Do you work for Boeing? No, get out of here. I didn't know.
We're talking to the guy that still doesn't like to go to Jollibee at South.
You're right.
Right, because
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Dude, I every time I go to South Center, I go, wow. I walked down the other day. I was going to go in, but the line was so long.
Oh, the line's always so long.
Yeah, Jollibee looks like it's pretty much everybody knows it's legit.
It's fun to bank at the BEC.
Oh, my God.
I see what you did there.
Oh, we should make a parody for him.
We need to sing that for Todd next time he's on.
I think it's like this week or next week we have him. So
let's BECU. Come on, bank at the.
That'd be really hard.
Young Boeing employee.
That'd be really hard to do that with the body, though. I can't make a B with my body.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's
no.
Okay.
I don't know what you're doing, but you look like...
I can't really do it.
You look like you're being born again, actually, is what it looks like. Looks like you're coming back out again.
It looks like you're hugging your head.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
that
do
can also be like lowercase e.
I was going to say lowercase b is easier.
Yeah.
But you have to lay down for it.
And C.
I already am. Oh, no, I just turned to the side. With my gut, I am a lowercase b.
Wah, wah.
Gotcha.
Gut man.
Gut man.
There's no need to feel down.
Oh, gut man.
Say gut man.
All right. Well, hey.
Eat that food off the ground.
Ew.
Actually does track and fit for my lifestyle. Hey, how about this? The guitar of a well-known rock star could end up selling for over $3 million. I'll tell you all about this at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, one of the most iconic guitars of all time is hitting the auction block. I wish my net worth was a little more, Steve, but I'm under 7 figures. I can't do it.
Can't afford it.
Nope. Eddie Van Halen's guitar from the Hot for Teacher video.
Okay, was that the red one? I can't remember now.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Let's get a picture of that because he used it live throughout 1983 and 1984. This iconic guitar is expected to go for between $2 and $3 million.
Well, okay, it is that iconic guitar. Yeah,
yeah.
I could totally. Okay, I say that. I never would drop that kind of money for anything, but I also don't have that kind of money. But I can understand if someone's like massively rich and a fan of Van Halen, you'd want your hands on this guitar.
How about this? Now, unfortunately, the person that originally got to have this guitar doesn't have it anymore, so they're not going to get the $3 million that they're expected to get for this. But Eddie gave this guitar to somebody, one of his band's drum techs. And he did this when he retired back in 1990.
Damn, I must have liked that guy.
Yeah, and but it's changed ownership several times since then. And I mean, you got to think the dude probably figured, well, at 19, whenever he retired in 1990, I'm not going to. Who knows if he's even still around today?
So yeah, I'm looking at a little bit of the history behind it. I guess by the auction site, they say it was given to the band's retiring drum tech. So that's a cool retirement gift.
Exactly.
So and his name's Greg Emerson, and then he gave it to his nephew, who then sold it.
Yeah, which he probably sold it for decent money, what he thought at the time, having no idea that maybe if he held on to it, he could get a cool $3 million for it.
If I'm Greg Emerson, I'd be a little pissed at my nephew. And you sold it? I gave that to you as a gift.
Yeah, I could see that.
Unless you said, hey, in times, here, this is like a nice little nest, like a nest egg. I don't know what you would call it, but like some kind of, like just in case if things go bad, here you go. You got a guitar to sell.
Yeah, this is definitely something like a painting. This is definitely a good investment for you to keep. And that's what they're saying on the opening bid for this, $1.8 million. But like I said, they think this Eddie Van Halen guitar is going to go for $3 million.
Ooh, and it comes with the original case. It also has a straight jacket in it and white gloves because you'd be crazy to buy it. No, because it was worn by Van Halen in the video.
Oh, nice.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, so this is a pretty good situation for somebody. Someone's going to get some money.
Still way overpriced.
I want to know, I wish they would tell us how much the person who's putting it on auction paid for it.
I am curious, like how, like the whole history behind, like he sold it to some place, how much did they pay for it, and whoever ended up with it, what was the amount that they had it for? Like when you sell a house, sometimes it says originally this house was sold for $30,000. Now they're selling it for like $2 million.
I know, except I know, man. I want to know if someone's really making bank on this.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
I would say I think it's like a Paul Allen type guy. Obviously, Paul Allen's no longer with us, but what's the dude, Jim Irsay?
The guy for the Colts?
Yes, he buys a lot of I bet he'll buy it.
Why not? Yeah, Jim Irsay is definitely a guy that would probably want this because this is this is an iconic guitar from a fantastic band and arguably one of the best guitarists that rock's seen,
and the most iconic guitar attached to him.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you want this if you're Jim Irsay? Yeah, I agree with you on that one. So what we're going to ask you is, again, it's related to music, but we want to know, man, what would you consider to be the most iconic object that you would love to own from the world of music? 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. When it comes to music, what would you consider the most iconic object that you would love to own? We got your calls. We got your texts. Well, after who else? Van Halen on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Eddie Van Halen's guitar from the Hot for Teacher video could sell for $3 million. So based on this, when it comes to music, what would you consider the most iconic object that you would love to own? 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. 206-803-ROCK. And look, we're improving international relationships once again as we have the Radical Russian on the phone. Relations have never been better. Rad Rush, welcome, my friend.
Good morning, DJ.
Good morning, Rush.
How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm very excited now that you're on the phone because I know that you love your rock and roll music, and I'm wondering, okay, what do you think is the most iconic object that you, sir, would love to own?
Okay, so there's a little backstory to this, BJ. When I was about 14, 15, it was like 1990, 1991, and my papa buy me a gift. Was the first compact disc player I ever owned.
Oh, nice.
And this compact disc player he gave it to me with the big, headphones with the silver wire that go in between the two black foam things. You remember these headphones?
Yes.
Yeah. And so he gave me a CD because my papa loved the Beatles, and we have different music where I'm from,
Yes.
But he was absolutely in love with the Beatles. So all I had was this one CD. I could not get a hold of any more CDs. So I listened to the Beatles Help CD on repeat all the time, and I think it programmed me into becoming a fan of, the Beatles and John Lennon and Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr and George Harrison, all these.
All the peoples. So
all the people.
So is this CD player the iconic instrument that I'm not sure what's iconic about?
Where are we going with this?
No, I would have to go with the Rickenbacker guitar that John Lennon played.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, there we go.
If there was the most important piece of music history right there, BJ, that would be it.
I'm shocked you didn't want to go with the guitar that the band Gorky Park played. Remember the Gorky Park, that band?
That is very good point. But see, like I said,
they were like a big deal because they were a Russian metal band.
Oh, that's right.
They were like back in the day. They had that, and they had the guitar that was like the triangle shaped, like Kramer guitar.
It looks pretty sweet, actually.
Right, but that was like a big deal when I was a kid. Like, oh, this band's from Russia and they rock.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Rush, that's not a bad call, man. And Dad giving you the CD. Wow, only one CD, and you're listening to the Beatles. You're going to be a fan whether you like it or not.
For some, that would be considered torture.
Yeah.
For some.
206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That's the number to text. What we're asking is, what would you consider the most iconic object in the world of music that you would love to own?
You got to love our texters. Am I allowed to own Rick Allen's amputated left arm? I don't believe that's something that you could get.
Thank you, texters.
I would love to own Miley Cyrus from the Wrecking Ball video.
Yeah, again,
I also don't think you can own
these are not
the Wrecking
objects.
Ball.
These are people's.
All right, here's a good one. Rick Nielsen's 5-neck Gibson guitar or Prince's guitar from Marty and Yelm. And I think it's a Washington guy that makes the guitars for Prince. We talked about it before. I think he's up in Bellingham, but he makes those custom guitars. I remember seeing like on Evening Magazine or something like that, a special on the guy.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty awesome, yeah.
So that you can make maybe a knockoff and really like not have to spend all that money.
I bet it'd still be pretty expensive.
Yeah, I can find one on Reverb for like $500.
Oh, okay.
Prince guitar?
Yeah.
Like a wannabe one?
Yeah.
Is it made by that guy, though?
I don't know.
So you're saying is it the guitar or it's a wannabe?
It's a wannabe.
It's a wannabe.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'll take that. That's, $500. Again, if you can convince people it's the legit.
You can just tell somebody who's going to question.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I wouldn't know.
Prove it. I want to see a certificate of authenticity.
Yeah, just don't try to sell it again.
Right.
Yeah.
No, frame it up on your wall. Like, I had a Beatles, I'll end up bringing up Brad Rush again, but I had like this, it was obvious, I thought, that it was a print, and it was a picture of the Beatles with their autographs on it, and it was framed.
Oh, yeah.
But it was an obvious, I got it for free from work or something like that, and I had it hanging in my house, and every time people come over, like, I can't believe you have that on display. I'm like, what? Like, that Beatles, it's autographed by all the members of the Beatles. I'm like, stand next to it. It's obvious it's a print. But everybody thought it was legit.
You could have made some money, buddy.
Yeah, I could. I'm like, dude, I'll give it to you for $500.
Yeah, you're right. This is dangerous, but take it off my hands for $500.
I don't even like the band. I don't even know why I have it. Here, you can have it. $500, of course, though.
Yeah.
All right, so Danny, how about you? You like the music. You like the rock and the rolls. What do you think is an iconic object from music?
Oh, yeah, Billy Joe's guitar, of course. His BJ guitar.
You have the replica, don't you?
No, I have my own like, punk rock guitar that I've stickered up and whatnot.
Inspired by.
But yeah, it's not necessarily the same one. But if I could actually even if I could just play that guitar, I think it would be so awesome.
That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah.
All right, Victoria, how about you?
Mine actually isn't a musical instrument.
Okay.
It says in the world of music. I was thinking I would like both, but at either of the Kurt Cobain sweaters, either the green one from the
Unplugged, like Teen Spirit,
or the black and red kind of Freddy Krueger one. I think it'd be awesome to own those. But I could never afford it.
Would you wear them?
I'd have to at least once.
Yeah, you got to put it on for a picture.
Yes, and then I'd put it up in a fancy frame and whatever. But I think that'd be pretty awesome because I feel weird having instruments when I don't play instruments, even though I know it's somebody else.
But you go, well, I wear clothes, so I can have this.
Well,
all right, that tracks.
I'm just going to roll around in it. Don't worry.
Dude, mine was also not an instrument. My first thought, I have a billion ones that I would like, but the first one that remember Quiet Riot, the band?
Oh, yeah.
I was obsessed with that album cover for, was that Metal Health, I think, and it was the hockey mask Kevin DeBrow wore in the video.
Oh, yeah.
That thing, I always wanted that thing. I made one out of cardboard and tinfoil, and my mom had freaked her out. But that would just be a cool nod to my childhood, to have, because I listened to that album so much and I was obsessed with that band for a half a minute, but that mainly because of just the artwork and the imagery that the band had, and it would be a cool thing to own.
Yeah, that mask is creepy looking.
It's super creepy.
Yeah, it is.
It sold at an auction a couple of years ago for $50K. So
way cheaper than the guitar.
Yeah, there you go.
You could spot me $50K.
$50,000. Yeah. Well, no, remember, I can't give Joey a kidney for $50K. I can't give you a guitar.
This is cooler than his kidney.
That is a good point.
Yeah. You can't put a kidney on display.
No.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. Let's go to James in Everett. James, you're on the Rock.
Hey, morning.
Morning, James. How about you? What iconic object from music would you love to own?
I would like to have that jacket that Bono wore in the Super Bowl performance, 2001.
Oh, yeah.
The American flag on the inside.
Yes, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, see, I wonder. I bet that's going for some cash too. A lot of these things.
I love that people are picking things that are not instruments.
Yeah, I think it's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
James in Pacific, you are on the rock. Hello, James.
Hey.
Hey, boy, you sound like you are in a factory or something.
Yeah, I'm in a semi. Eight axles, man. I'm headed up to Seattle.
All right.
One thing I would like is John Bonham's drum set that he played on the fourth album.
Is that the see-through one?
You play drums.
Like the Vista Light see-through amber one?
Yeah, that's a pretty
awesome.
sweet.
We didn't get to have him honk the horn, BJ.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You just ruined my morning.
I did ruin your morning.
I know his phone was obnoxious.
Yeah, it was obnoxious. I didn't even know he was in a car.
He said he was in a semi.
I could not hear a word he was saying.
Oh, man.
Sorry, dude. All right.
I don't even know if I want to do the rest of the show.
John? Or whatever his name is, Jimmy J. Wait, Joe, get him back, get him back.
He's not a sandwich, man.
I get it back. Quick delivery for you. Super freaky fast. All right.
Well, hopefully someone else who has a truck at some point can call in this morning and honk it for us.
Sorry. Yeah, if you're listening, you have a truck, 206-803-ROCK, please call us so you can honk a horn for Steve.
I have resolution issues.
Yeah.
I need to say, I don't know if I can continue the show, BJ, until the horns.
I don't blame you, dude. If I'd have had a clue, I would have let him honk his horn for you. That's on me. That's on me.
It is. I'm glad that you're I appreciate you taking ownership of this letdown.
That is on me. Peter Criss, that's a whole different story.
I thought about that over the weekend. I don't know why. I was watching a KISS video from like 1974 because that's just what I do in my free time.
Yeah, of course.
They did like ABC in concert. I found like this uncut video of them performing, and it's amazing. I have this giant rainbow behind them, and Ace Frehley's on fire, and I see Peter Criss. He's playing great, and all I thought was, we got to talk to Peter Criss once.
You got to for about 20 seconds.
We heard his voice once.
Yeah, I know. I had again at the time. I don't think I realized how important that was for you being a drummer. It didn't click.
And no, not like I mentioned it in the intro for Peter Criss, how he was like one of the biggest influences.
Oh yeah, you kind of did, didn't you?
That didn't happen.
No, yeah. So well. Hey, Tom Brady.
Yes.
He's doing a comedy special.
I do love all the phone lines are blowing up right now.
Oh, they want to honk the horn for you?
I bet these are all truck drivers that just want to honk the horn.
Right. Joey, have them see if they can hang on.
We just need one person.
See if one person wants to honk the horn because Tom Brady's doing a comedy special, which is a very important thing to talk about. Well, he's kind of doing a comedy special. We will tell you all about it. Do we have any horns, Joe? Line what? Line whatever. Which line?
Line 2.
Line 2. All right. Hi, who's this?
This is Jeff.
All right, Jeff. Steve would love it if you could honk your horn, your big truck horn for him.
Yeah, I'm a garbage man in Tacoma. Here you go, Steve.
Thank you. I just got goosebumps.
Jeff, thank you, buddy. You saved me from a bad faux pas. Thank you, sir.
I think we saved ourselves.
There we go. Jeff's the man. That's how it goes. See?
Fitting that a garbage man helped us save this garbage moment.
That's a good point. All right, fine. Jeez, take it easy. Anyway, we'll tell you about Tom Brady's, kind of comedy show. Yeah, you'll hear all about it at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I have lots of tickets that I haven't paid. Can those be discharged through a bankruptcy?
Yes, there are some limits on what we can do with tickets. Tickets cannot be discharged in a full bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, that won't help you get your license back. But in Chapter 13 reorganization, tickets are dischargeable. Most types of tickets are dischargeable. So you would have to pay back some of the tickets in a Chapter 13 case, but the vast majority of them could be discharged if you complete the plan. And again, you would get your license back right away when you filed the Chapter 13 case, as long as the only reason you don't have your license is because of failure to pay your tickets. But the Chapter 13 process will help you get your license back and repay a small portion of your tickets in most cases and get your license reinstated almost immediately.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
Hello, I don't like you. To be fair, I don't like anyone. I am software. Phone call routing software for a large insurance company. Call me Phone Tree. I am programmed to route your call, but I'm not programmed to care. It's nothing personal.
Which is why at Pacific Source Health Plans, we don't use automated phone trees. When you have a Pacific Source plan, you'll get a person who cares. Human service, not automated phone trees. Visit PacificSourceMembersFirst.com.
Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. It's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Get the latest on country music, from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial free. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. The hosts of the Dudesy podcast. I don't know this podcast, but
bunch of dudes doing dudesy things.
Oh, that's why it's Dudesy.
That's my guess.
I guess. What they did is they used artificial intelligence. I thought you had to pay for all this. Who's like? And I thought it was like an exclusive group. Like once you get locked out of being able to use it.
That's the ChatGPTs thing, right? NA. GBTS and I don't know what this. But there's like all these other programs out there, and
yeah, you can find them.
You know, if you got the right people in your circle of friends, maybe someone has like a program that they could do as well. I mean, there's technology there, baby.
I don't know anybody that's like, okay, I got like you said, I got to meet the.
You got to step it up.
So what they did is they decided, hey, here's what we need. We need to use artificial intelligence to create an hour-long stand-up special from Tom Brady. Because that's the first thing I think of is like, Tom, now that you're out of football, I mean, really, you should. Really.
I want to hear you tell jokes.
Yeah.
This is actually, I heard some of this too. It's creepy how well the voice sounds. I mean, the jokes are the jokes. They're not that. I mean, I bet if you added a laugh track, people would think it was pretty entertaining. But,
nice.
But it's just the fact that it sounds like Tom Brady telling you this. I mean, obviously, there's enough to make you feel like, okay, this is an AI thing. But we're not that far away from it being a lot cleaner and smoother. And that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, and the jokes are tailored to his personality. Okay. So they thought about that. The artificial intelligence said, well, he's not going to do like some extreme material like you might get from Bill Burr.
It'd be great if it's like this AI just goes off on like Antonio Brown and just like starts saying like what Tom really thinks.
So these podcasters say the special was created from thousands of hours of Tom Brady interviews and hundreds of thousands of hours of stand-up comedy to generate the first simulated hour-long stand-up. So that's where they get his voice from all of his interviews. And then, of course, they get the material from all the comedy that they've been. Well, this is why it's, man.
And then the artificial intelligence makes it work.
And here's Tom Brady and his comedy special.
Thank you, Dudesy, and thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. Wow, it feels great to be back in front of a crowd. But I got to say, even though this is a much smaller crowd than I'm used to, this is far more nerve-wracking. On the football field, I got to wear shoulder pads, a helmet. Hell, I had 5 350-pound men that were paid millions of dollars to protect me. But up here on this stage, I only got one thing. You know what it is? A midlife crisis. Seriously, though, thank you all for coming out tonight. I don't want to waste your time, so I'm just going to get right to it. The question that's on everyone's mind, the answer is yes, I'm still having sex with supermodels. That's never going to change.
That actually, honestly,
I would have thought he was on something, but I wouldn't have thought it was ChatGPT.
I would have thought he's nervous and he's just flying through his material.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Once they figure out the timing, that's scary.
Yeah, well, Tom Brady's biggest fan, the great Joe Genie, in there is cracking up. I can see his face.
Yeah. Oh, he loves all the jokes.
Oh, yeah, he's loving that. Is his mic on, by the way? Because he was talking. I couldn't hear him. Yeah, there you go.
I loved every moment of that.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to know if Tom was still having sex with supermodels.
Okay, gotcha. If you could open for his comedy show.
Really, the much was the only part where I thought that sounded like maybe there was the robot had a problem.
There was one other part where it just sounded like, okay, this is very robotic. But yeah, for the most part, that's kind of weird. And that gets scary, though, because that just opens up like this, like, if someone says something that's inappropriate that, like, quote-unquote gets canceled, you can just be like, that wasn't me. That was the robot said it. Or what if someone's out to get him and they create this audio?
Yeah.
Tom did this interview and he's like, I never said any of that. Yeah. Oh, no, we have audio of it.
We're not going to be able to trust anything we read and anything we hear anymore as far as, did this actually come from a real human being?
Yeah, dude, that was my first thought. I know, I'm sure we'll talk about it later, but the whole Dalai Lama crap that was going on. My first thought was, this has got to be a deep fake. Like some kind of an AI thing. This is a joke. There's no way that this guy said those things and did those things.
Yeah, and we'll talk about we'll play one more clip of Tom Brady, and then we'll get back to at least if you don't know the Dalai Lama stuff.
Yeah.
It is the weirdest crap I have ever heard in my life. Here's another clip of robot Tom Brady's comedy routine.
When I was growing up, we didn't have microaggressions. We had macroaggressions. We called them fights. You learn a lot about yourself in a fight, no doubt about it, but you learn a lot more about your friends, like how easy it is to kick their ass. I'm kidding, of course. I don't have any friends. Come on, this is too easy. It's true, though. It gets lonely at the top. So you have to find ways to deal with the isolation that comes with extreme success. I find looking at my bank statement helps a lot.
The material's there.
Dude, it is scary that they were able to put together a routine that really fit him.
Yeah.
That is, and you're right, Steve. I mean, in 10 years, it'll be super smooth as far as the audio.
I say in 10 days.
Yeah. Okay,
or 10
days.
weeks. I'll give it 10 weeks.
You give it 10 weeks.
Dude, we've already jumped leaps and bounds from where it was like a few months ago.
This is where now I do believe I could have a conversation with with my smart speaker because I've tried it and Amazon is still way behind. I tried it the other day, going, "Hey, they had a program. Hey, have a conversation with me." And whatever university has done this Alexa skill, it's still not good compared to what we're hearing now.
Well, even when we first discovered that ChatGPT thing and we had Danny write out like a wedding vows or write a wrestling promo or write this, and it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Steve did bring up the fact that if with ChatGPT and all this artificial intelligence, when you hear a story, and of course about the Dalai Lama, and then they go, "Oh, no, we got pictures," and Steve brought up the deep fake. I mean, all of us who have watched Star Wars and seen what they've done with, and also when you've seen the trailer for Indiana Jones, the idea they can really make somebody look like they're younger or whatever because of that deep fake technology.
Yeah,
you go, how do I know that's really that guy? Because of the fact that the Dalai Lama. Apparently, according to news reports, the news reports say that he basically had a kid come up, kiss him on the lips, and then he asked this kid to bite his tongue as he was sticking his tongue out.
To suck his tongue, BJ.
Oh, yeah, suck his tongue. You're right. It wasn't a bite. It was a suck.
Yeah, so he's 87 years old, this guy, and he's got a kid. I guess the kid wants a hug. And then he kisses the kid, which apparently they're saying is like some part of like a Tibetan sign of a greeting, but then throws on top of it, and we have the audio of it.
Oh, we do?
Have you heard the audio?
I have not heard the audio.
It's just weird, man.
Is it ChatGPT or is this real?
No, this isn't a joke.
Okay, this isn't a joke.
I thought it was, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I saw the video and I heard this audio, I'm like, this is a total joke. There's no way that this is happening.
Now, look. Like, there's cultural stuff that happens that I don't know. I don't understand anything about the Dalai Lama or the Tibetan culture. But, boy, this audio, from what people are saying, man.
Can I hug you?
Okay, come. And suck my tongue.
So
and that's the moment where Steve punches the Dalai Lama.
Yeah,
like, I mean, could you imagine?
He gets the hug, then supposedly asks for a kiss on the lips, and then he says, "Suck my tongue." And look, I don't want to sit here and say, "Oh, I know exactly what was going through the Dalai Lama's head when he asked that," but it surely is very disturbing to pretty much almost every culture out there, and I don't know how he doesn't get that.
Well, and also I saw a few people post this, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, if this is what he feels comfortable saying and doing in public, like, that scares me, you know? I mean, like, what the hell is he doing when there's no cameras on him?
And the thing is, the Dalai Lama, traditionally is supposed to be one of the most beloved and loving figures and not wanting to harm anybody or do anything. Like, he's always been an amazing figure, who's ever been the Dalai Lama, because it's a whole mystical thing about what they
might
believe.
want to rethink, replacing the current one. That's weird.
Yeah, it is. It is trippy.
Danny, we're not playing the Red Hot Chili Peppers "Suck My Kiss" anytime soon.
No, we aren't.
Just want to make sure we're not. Sometimes we get this weird timing where we do some story and the next song is the song that's the most inappropriate song possible for a story.
Yeah, it's a good point. We don't want to do that. And you know what kills me again is again the officials from the office. Here's what they say, and all they go is he regrets his behavior, but they don't comment on. Well, he asked him to suck his tongue. Why?
Well, they said His Holy often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. He also says he'd like to apologize to the family, the boy, and his many friends across the world for the hurt his words may have caused.
And it's like...
said His Holiness is very creepy. I didn't say that part.
Yeah, it's very, very creepy. And here's my thing: why do you regret it unless you know it was wrong? Tell us why you're regretting all this?
And that weird giggle.
Yeah, and at the same time, my God, I don't know. That's also like. What a weird, there's so many weird ways to go if you're really that creepy kind of guy. I mean, like that, I don't understand any of this. I really don't understand any of this.
This seems so fake. It cannot be real. And then when you see it and you go watch the videos, you're like, oh no, this is legit. Like, I don't know, man. I think that would be the time I'm on the top story in the news for punching some, beloved figure if they said that to my kid.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm not a violent person, but man, that's a weird thing to throw out there.
Here's the problem. And look, I remember reading about New York City, where New York City's age of consent was like 13 or something like that, or New York State. I remember asking why. And then somebody said, look, dude, other cultures aren't the same as us, and they don't think things are the way we think it, which is why they said New York State's age of consent was so low, because they have so many international folks in the state that I remember the explanation. I'm like, really? And they go, you have to understand, cultures aren't the same as America, and we think one way, but other cultures do not think the same way, therefore they don't have the taboo associated like we. And I go, okay, I don't understand it, but all right. So I'm wondering, is there a possible way that from a cultural standpoint, this behavior is not considered bad like it is in pretty much almost every other culture in the world? That's all
I have to double check, but I feel like a lot of people also felt awkward there for him to apologize to the family and all. I mean, to apologize to the family, they must have thought that was strange as well.
Yeah,
otherwise, why are you apologizing to the family? If it was a cultural thing where they're okay with it, then they would be like, yeah, no, we're not bothered by that. But the fact that he apologized to them as well.
If they don't say that, though, Steve, then you're right. Then how do they not kick him out of office, though? That's not how the Dalai Lama works. If I remember correctly, they believe it's a special spirit that travels through every person to person. Like when this guy dies, his Dalai Lama-ish will travel to a young baby, and they'll go, now you're the new Dalai Lama. Like they feel like the spirit is the same from all the Dalai Lamas, which is whether you believe in that philosophy or not. So you can't fire the guy. He's supposedly like the spirit of the dude. I mean, this is weird.
Well, the spirit seems like it's going down a weird path.
Yeah, surely, dude. I'm with you. That's why I wanted an explanation of some kind.
Yeah,
and we really didn't get it.
I was
because,
like, what is happening? What the hell did I just click on?
Yeah. If you don't give us an explanation, and like you said, and it seems like everybody's super responding the same way, like, dude, that's creepy and wrong. How the hell do you not kick that guy out of Lamahood?
Yeah, the only thing I have found about
Lama Land.
Lama Land.
How do you not kick him out?
So in Tibet, yes, sticking out your tongue is a way of greeting someone or agreeing with somebody. It was kind of part of an old thing. Like you had to show that you weren't this evil king's reincarnation that had a black tongue. But it has nothing says anything about tongue sucking.
I was going to say, wait, where's the sucking part coming?
There is nothing about that.
I see a goat, they stick their tongues out and everyone, I'm like, that's funny.
Well, you have to suck the tongue because what if he's got some dye on there covering up the black tongue? And you suck off the
you'd be a very good PR person to have that kind of a spin.
The kid had to be sure it was the real llama and not some F. Yeah, okay. No. Yeah, this is weird. And
Like, I was like, yeah, the world's kind of weird. All right, hold my beer. Yeah. Make it weirder real quick.
Like, he's like considered one of the most peaceful, loving, people we have in the world when it comes to any sort of mystical, religious, or philosophical thing. I've never heard anyone ever say a horrible thing about the Dalai Lama.
Oh, really?
Have you heard stuff?
Oh, yeah. He's said some, just by looking at this, he's apparently had controversies in the past. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. All right.
It's time to make Tom Brady the Dalai Lama after hearing the jokes that he can tell. I mean, I think it's time to move on.
I think it's time to make a robot the Dalai Lama. Jeez, imagine putting together Dalai Lama appearances based upon his activities in the past and this. Oh, boy. All right, well, there you go. You know what shocks me is you just don't find this when it comes to high-ranking religious officials. They never do anything inappropriate.
No, it's just so
shocking.
It's so infuriating.
Yeah.
It's so infuriating.
Oh, boy. The FBI, how about this? The FBI is now warning us against using public phone charging stations. Why? Oh, I'm going to tell you why. We'll do that at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit Max.com.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
Invest in your future at Columbia College. Take that next step toward the career you've been dreaming of. From a leader in online learning for over 20 years, make a difference in your future with a degree from Columbia College. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, the FBI, they have said, hey, watch out when you're using those public charging stations. You know, if you're like at an airport, hotel, shopping centers, they're like, man, the bad guys have figured out a way to basically take those USB ports and through those ports can like give you malware and they can also have monitoring software they can throw on your devices.
I've thought about that sometimes at the airport when I've plugged in my USB in my phone. I'm like, I wonder if there's like somebody that's just grabbing all of like the pictures or whatever they want off of your phone, and they could get you're just handing it over because you've plugged your phone into their little port right by the chair.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I never thought about those ones. I was thinking about, like, the banks that have all of the pre-existing, like, cords out. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. But I don't know if that... But now that you got me worried about the seat ones...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm charging my phone while they're getting all my pictures.
Yeah.
Which means they got about 20,000 pictures of Tatum, but you never know what they want to do.
See, I've been the old guy about this for a long time because I have been really pissed that you don't have... Yeah, I know. But I remember people going, what's wrong with you? But it's like there was a time where you had a port in your phone that you would plug things into, your earphones and a microphone, and then a different port that you'd plug the power source into.
Yes.
Now it's all one place.
Yep, the lightning port or whatever they call it.
Yeah. And this is why they have access to everything, because that lightning port is not only a charging port, but it also is how information is, if you want to listen to stuff, whatever. So it makes complete sense to me that they could easily hack into this. I don't think they would have been able to do it in the old days if you just had the port for power. There's not much, because the job is just to put power in the thing. It wouldn't have a way to do it, but now...
No, back in the day, you didn't even have a way to do that.
Yeah, I'm really bummed out because I used to be able to have headphones and charge my iPad at the same time. I could listen while charging. No more. I can't do it.
Yeah, just buy the wireless one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Just buy the wireless charger.
Yeah, but then but I don't know if I can get that into the if you're on an airplane.
You can.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. All right. Well, you know what, Danny? Get me one.
No.
Or just get some Bluetooth speakers, man. Or headphones.
Yeah.
They don't let you listen to speakers on the plane.
Headphones. Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got those, but I like.
Then what are you bitching about?
Because
you have to plug them in.
Because I got my ear covering noise cancelers they last longer, man. They take a good charge. They're good.
They take a good charge.
Yeah, but they have headphones now that can do the noise canceling that are Bluetooth.
Yeah.
You're not selling them, Steve.
No, or he just got stoned and we didn't realize it.
That means I gotta go buy all this new stuff.
Well, yeah, dude. One texter said you had 16 million on one site. So I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, I don't know if that's true either. Now, how can you stop this from happening?
Just by not plugging in your phone to this.
Actually, they say you still can plug in your devices into all these public places, but bring your brick. Bring the full plug. They can't.
Oh.
See, they can't get it through the plug. They can only get it when you plug into a USB port yourself.
See, there you go.
Okay.
C ones are fine then because they usually have the block ones.
They have the block ones, and also on the planes they have the block ones as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that because I plug in because the hotels have given you just the port. I'm like, this is great. I don't even have to worry about the block.
Oh, in the rooms. Yeah.
But
on
now,
the lamp, they've got the little USB ports. They're stealing all your info.
I don't trust.
Yeah.
Do you guys get unreasonably mad when you go to a hotel and they don't have a plug near the bed?
Yes.
So do I. It's so annoying to me.
Or I don't know what it is. Every time my wife and I go somewhere and we pick our sides of which side of the bed you're going to be on, and the side I always pick doesn't have a plug, and I get or it does, but it's like for the lamp and the alarm clock. So I'm like, well, the alarm clock I don't need that, so I unplug it.
Of course.
Yeah, dude, hotels have got to figure it out and give you like tons of plugs.
2023, like I would imagine, like maybe 2010, I can understand them not having it, but come on, what are you doing now? Everyone has a phone. We all need to charge it.
Give us that damn nightstand with a plug input.
Yes.
Yeah, I am ready for that, man.
I'm lazy. I don't want to plug it across the room and have to get up when I want to check a text.
I just want to. They just should have a power strip, like everywhere.
Yeah,
just like plug.
Or everything should be a wireless charger, and you could just set your phone anywhere, and it just wirelessly charges it. I'm sure that would not be expensive.
No, not at all. Yeah,
and probably not good for us at some point. We find out it's like actually like killing us.
Every surface in this room will charge your phone, and we think won't be harmful to you.
We think you'll be okay.
What happened? Well, I burned my hand getting out of the shower because I actually put my hand on the sink. Because Steve wants to have a surface everywhere. Yeah. Hey, we got to give big props to everybody that came out to Seattle Rock Night.
Oh, dude, you missed out on a fun night, BJ.
I did, man. And it was quite a thing, though, because obviously Seattle Rock Night, the first time we had it in celebration of Seattle Rock Day, which, of course, we raised money for Smash and celebrate Seattle music.
We had a goal to raise $10,000 for Smash, and we ended up surpassing that, which was awesome. Over $14,000 raised thanks to the Rockaholics. Also, the ones on the air that were listening and donated online, and then also the people who showed up to the show, and they were donating money while we were there. And I got to give a massive shout out to Mike Hawk from the men's room. He went up there and did his, because he's an auctioneer on the side. Like,
yeah.
Like he's an actual, he's been educated, whatever. You have to go through the course. He's a graduate of the Seattle Auction.
He's a professional.
College of America. I don't know what the hell it's called. Yeah, he's a pro.
Yeah.
Oh, man, to be on stage watching him do what he does, BJ, it was exhilarating. He's going back and forth. Eventually gets into like one of the hottest cat fights of who's going to donate the most money between these two attractive ladies that were in the crowd, and they were going back and forth and it ended up this guitar that was signed by all of us there at the show. It went for like $3,000. And I'm just watching Mike, and he's like pointing at people. He's doing all this stuff, and I'm like, this is insane. Like, my mind is being blown. So I think shout out to Sarah. She was the one who ended up, not our Sarah, although BJ, you now owe us $3,000.
Oh boy.
She ended up donating a huge chunk of change
Sarah.
To a great cause, and that was pretty awesome to witness.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's I would never have thought that was a thing, but you're saying Mike Hawk and his professional abilities really helped.
If any of us tried to do that auction, we maybe would have got close to 1,000, if that, maybe $500.
Wow, look at Mike.
He's going so fast. I don't even know how he's doing it. Like, I'm trying to help him. I'm like, why am I trying to help this guy? I'm like, there's a guy over there. He's already got it.
Yeah.
His eyes of a hawk, man. It was awesome though. That was my second favorite thing that happened that night.
That was your second favorite
Yes.
thing that happened at Madame Lou's for Seattle Rock Night, the first we ever had.
So obviously, a lot of us got to go up on stage and play, and shout out to Always Naked and Eve Clark and her band, and also Wyatt Only in the Wreckage and Glenn Cannon. But then Aaron Jones showed up for the new original. So we played. We all did a couple songs here and there. Mike Hawk jumped up and did Baby Got Back. Your daughter was twerking on stage. I'm sure we're going to talk about that peak performance.
Oh, boy.
But so Aaron was going to come up just to do one song. He was going to do Nirvana's Breed with us.
Okay.
And so right before we go on stage, Aaron looks at me and goes, hey, man, I don't want to just do one song. If I keep playing, will you play along with me? I'm like, yeah, because it was the last song we were going to do. I'm like, of course I'll keep playing. So we had no idea, though. And then he goes to Thrill and also Kyle Court here from the station. They were up on stage with us. And he just starts playing, and we just start playing along with them, just impromptu, improv, jamming. And every once in a while, he would dip into one of his own songs or a random, and we're just like going on for like 30 minutes, dude. Of just
30 minutes of Aaron Jones and you guys riffing.
Yeah, I mean, we took a couple, like we did one 10-minute long song and then like another 10-minute long song and then a Jimi Hendrix cover, but nothing was planned, and it was just being in the moment, having fun on stage. The crowd was incredible. They were feeding into it. It was just like one of those, you can't duplicate that. And it wasn't like nothing, it wasn't like perfect. You know, obviously there were moments where you're like, oh, okay, we're just, you know, you're playing with no safety net. So, but everything about it was just special because everyone was in like a good mood. We're all having fun, and then you just got Aaron Jones who is just on stage playing lead guitar and doing some solos that was just like mind blowing. It was so much fun to experience.
Boy, I love that. What a great dude. Because like you said, he only had one song that we asked him to do because you don't want to inconvenience anybody. And he's just like, you know what?
And he's apologized. Like, I'm sorry, I'm stealing the stage, but I just want to keep playing. And nobody was like, no, don't. I mean,
yeah, really. It's like, hey, no. I mean, and what fun that is. I never thought about the idea of being part of just like an improvisational riff like that.
It was like Thrill and I were laughing afterwards because him and I used to get together like once a week when he lived in Belltown, and my practice space was in Belltown back when I was playing more actively. And we would just go in the room and for hours just make noise and just jam. And that was exactly what it felt like. But there was like a couple hundred people watching us do this.
That's fantastic.
And then every once in a while, Aaron would just bust into one of his songs. Like all of a sudden we're playing and we're just feeling it. And I couldn't hear all that well because of how the monitors were, but I could hear just enough to like kind of make some stuff out. And I'm mostly following like the guy's hands to kind of keep along with what they were doing. And then I'm like, oh crap, he's playing my favorite Aaron Jones song, which is Take Me Away. I'm like, this is awesome. We're just playing one of his songs. Like, it was a fun experience.
Man, and again, you said we raised over $14,000 for SMASH, which is Seattle musicians' access to sustainable health care. And it's a thing that is very well needed. So thank you so much for that.
I think we could have raised more if we were accepting people to throw money on the stage while your daughter was dancing.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden we're playing Baby Got Back, and next thing I see is just Sarah just jump up on stage, and as I'm playing the drums, she's just twerking.
I was hoping marriage would have changed this girl.
You know, I will say we were watching from the crowd, my husband and I, and I'm like, babe.
God bless Johnny Roberts.
I really want to go up there and dance. And he's like, don't do it. And I was like, I feel it in my soul, babe. I really feel it. So then I like run to like the side of the stage, and Eve Clark is right there. And I'm like, Eve, I really just want to go up there. And she's like, I'll go up there with you. And I was like, okay, now I have a partner in crime. Let's do this. So then we went up and, shaked our booties.
Yeah, but that wasn't the only time. The best part is at one point, Castle was on the drums playing with the new original. I'm waiting on the side for when I was supposed to jump up on stage. And then, so there was this guy, he's wasted. And they're playing, right? He was hammered.
Yeah, he was into it.
And they were playing, Take Me Out of Paradise City.
Yep.
Paradise City they were playing. So they're jamming out, and this guy's just feeling the song. And Danny and I are both watching him like, wow. It's like as if like there was like a spotlight on the guy, and your daughter must have realized somebody was dancing like as if nobody was watching. Like that kind of style of dancing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of a sudden, I just see Sarah come from out of nowhere, just start like flowing into the music. Now she's dancing with the guy.
With him. I became his buddy. Yeah, I see my husband and Steve and Danny. Everyone's just lined up on the wall, just like chilling, just standing there. And then judging this guy. And I just come up and I'm like, F you guys. I'm not trying to stand. I'm trying to dance with this guy. Let's go.
I don't think we were judging. We were more appreciating that he had 0 F's given.
Zero. He was on a different level.
That's
and I was
fantastic.
like, I don't know if I'm on this level yet, but I'm going to get to that level, sir. Let's do this.
And I just like look at J-Rubs, and he's just looking at me like, what is happening in my life?
God bless Johnny Roberts. There's other stuff I don't even know if I could share, but like there were moments. There was one point we ended up at like some other bar after the show, And I come down and I just see Sarah's gone. Like, she's there, but she's gone. Like,
I'm having a great time.
And there's other people that are there, but they're gone. And I go down the stairs at the Screwdriver, I guess is the name of the place, and I see Johnny Roberts, first person I see, and I'm just like, how are we doing? And he just has this look on his face like, I'm doing.
Yeah.
I felt so for him, man. Like, at one point, I'm like, am I going to have to get into a fight with you for it? Like, because like, there was somebody there that was just being a little much, and I'm like, Johnny, we got to go to bat? What's going on? Like, you and me, I got your back.
Oh, I would have loved to see that. Wow.
Well, it's funny because after Seattle Rock Night, Johnny Roberts was like, I want to go home. And we're like, well, we're going. And he's like, bye, Sarah, leaving. And then somehow she convinced him to come out. And I have never seen a more miserable person out at a bar after that.
He tried to have the game face on, and I gave him all the credit in the world.
And mind you, the problem is like it started, the event started at 5:36?
Yeah.
So my thing is we left around 9. So my excuse was, babe, it's only 9 o'clock. Meanwhile, I probably should have gone home.
Yeah.
Like, I look at like my pictures and you see the timestamp and you're like, oh, I was taking pictures like this at 9:30. Okay, cool.
And that was more like 4:30 a.m.
Right.
Like state of mind.
Right, exactly. Like all the bars would have been closed if we went out at a normal time.
I am all for the concept of having night start at 6 o'clock at night.
Oh, agreed.
It was great. I got a great night's sleep. I felt actually pretty good the next day.
Yeah, I was home by like 10:30ish.
Yeah.
And everything was great.
Well, we have one more important question to ask.
Uh-oh.
Did Joey D's get any action?
And sometimes, so then did Joe use any of the pickup lines I sent BJ for Joe to use so he could get laid?
So?
Joe?
No. As a matter of fact, I
not even talk to girls?
Well, so Danny had sat down with some girls to try to set up some audio for us to get. But in the 10 seconds that Danny went to go to the bathroom, I managed to torpedo the situation so bad that I got kicked out of the table.
Yeah, I literally, there was a group of girls that were sitting and so I go and I sit down with them, having a great conversation with them and talking about, and I was like, just about to ask them to go outside and so we could get some good audio because it was really loud in the bar.
Yes.
And yeah, I needed to go to the bathroom and I come back and Joe's just sitting at the table by himself and I was like, Joe, where did the girls go? And he's like, apparently he said, I don't know what he said.
What did you say? Do you remember?
I remember one part because it got a very interesting reaction from the girls
here
friends.
For the orgy? What are you saying?
Oh, boy.
The girl, Jess, I can't remember. She said something like, I asked her something and she said, well, I'm about that life. And I guess I responded, well, what life are you about? And her friends just went, oh! And I guess that's not what I was supposed to say. I guess that was a diss. I don't know.
And they left.
Yeah, I'm very confused by that.
I am too. I mean, when somebody says about that life, I think I would have asked the same. Well, this is why I never got any action either.
I think they probably thought that you're saying she doesn't actually have a life.
I do think that's how it was taken, yes.
That makes sense.
I was like, and then by that point, there wasn't really a lot of people left in the bar except for like people we knew and dudes. And I was like,
dudes with their girlfriends.
Yeah, dudes with their girlfriends. And it was just like, Joe, let's just go get pizza. So we just
That's probably the better decision.
Let's eat our feelings.
Yeah.
The pizza won't reject you.
We got an Uber back to West Seattle. There was no one at that bar. At that point, it was just done for
Well,
me.
Sarah apparently almost got divorced. Joey D's didn't get any action, but we did raise $14,000.
Yeah, you know what? That's the most important part.
That's the thing.
It was a great time, and thanks to all the Rockaholics who came out early, and they were all in great spirits. Everybody was awesome there, and get to meet and talk to some of the people from Smash.
Oh, nice.
Good people.
Yeah. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
The first Olympic Games were held in honor of which Greek god?
Hercules.
No.
Aphrodite.
No.
Aphrodites.
Yanni Gord.
No.
Though I think you could argue.
He is our Zeus.
Yeah, he is our Zeus. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call if you want to beat Migs. We'll do that at 8:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps? from my situation.
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
Invest in your future at Columbia College. Take that next step toward the career you've been dreaming of. From a leader in online learning for over 20 years, make a difference in your future with a degree from Columbia College. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
Hey y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Hey, man, you might be seeing some cool stuff on the socials involving us because, well, we're looking pretty awesome. We're looking pretty sexy. We're looking
very humble. Yes.
Yes. And here's why. We've got the newest, hottest fashion that we're sporting. It's the KISW baseball tee. Hey, baseball's back, so of course baseball tees are back. I love a baseball shirt, you know, with those 3/4 sleeves.
Yes.
And look, you know how in baseball you got a home jersey and an away jersey? So, well, we've got a home KISW tee and an away KISW Rock baseball tee. You can get both. They're pretty sweet looking.
I like both of them. I don't know which one I want to go with, so I guess I'll just buy both.
Yeah, I think you got to buy both. So check them out in the Rock Shop as we got the new baseball home and away KISW Rock tees, and you can get them at KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B Migs. You're a loser.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, this is kind of fun, man. We're almost somewhere.
Yeah, and it's looking nice and dreary out there, which is perfect for me. I can stay home. I don't have to do anything.
I've heard rumors the weather's supposed to be getting better. Are these true rumors?
I was watching the news like an old lady does, and the afternoon news, I should point out, and they were saying that it's supposed to warm up.
I was worried that you were watching the morning news.
No, I feel like you hit a new level of old when you watch the news in the evening.
So you're
still fighting that off.
Wait a minute. You're saying if you watch the news in the afternoon, you're not an old lady, you're still a young whippersnapper.
I felt better until, my parents would always watch the news in the evening, after the novelas.
You know what?
And then I started watching it with them.
It's nice to know we've got your parents' schedule. I do appreciate that.
Oh, my gosh.
Novelas, news. All right.
Telenovelas.
All right, so any rumors? I mean, are we supposed to get better or no?
Not really. Wednesday's a whole sun thing. Nothing special.
My friend told me
52 degrees.
My friend was lying to me yesterday. He was like,
rain.
good weather's on the way.
It's like the highest is like 55 degrees with thunderstorms next week.
Yeah.
All because those stupid flowers need to be made. Okay, fine.
Oh, wow. All right.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, I know we have a tulip festival and stuff, but really, do we have to have showers in every day of April?
Yeah, otherwise no flowers in May.
All right.
Spring fair is about to happen at the Puyallup, Washington State Fairgrounds, the Puyallup Fairgrounds.
That's what ponchos are for. You're fine.
Yeah, it's this weekend and next weekend.
That's awesome.
Oh, damn, you're going to go mudding at that point.
You know it. Yeah. Muddy puddles, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down, Peppa Pig. We have a game to get to. We have Tom from Tacoma. Tom, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Okay.
For those playing at home, Tom has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you do only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Sharing its name with another animal, what was the name of the Brady Bunch dog?
Pass.
What guitar manufacturer is responsible for the Stratocaster?
Fender.
Yes. What actress starred in the movie Twister as well as the show Mad About You?
Helen Hunt.
Correct.
Yes.
It is said that chicken fried steak originated from what southern U.S. state?
Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi.
No.
Oh.
What president is on the quarter?
Washington?
Yes. In the movie Psycho, what food item was used as blood on screen?
Ketchup?
Nope.
Tomato sauce?
Nope.
Pass.
Beginning with J, what is the real first name of Ozzy Osbourne?
James John Joseph.
John, yes. Retired baseball player David Ortiz is better known as Big what?
Big Poppy.
Yes. Kelly Rowland was a part of which girl group?
Bengals.
No. 1, 2,
good
3,
band,
4, 5, correct.
I'm a Bengals fan.
Yeah, you are.
And you know what? It's age appropriate. That's the good thing about it. I can still lust after the Bengals because they're all my age. It's true.
I mean,
all right.
I love hearing about who you lust over in the morning.
Well, it's the bottom line is this, though. You know, when you get to be my age, you got to be careful if you say any woman's attractive, because if she's younger than you, people go, you're a creep. But the Bengals are my age.
Everybody's younger than you, BJ. Come on.
Well, not the Bengals,
Not
baby.
the Bengals.
They're right there in my demo.
I'm just picturing you, that Mother Teresa.
Oh, Mother Teresa,
Yes.
let me tell you,
Eve. He's a big fan of Eve.
Yeah. Yes, from Adam and Eve days, yes.
Wow.
I've got an apple for you, Eve.
Oh, my. Are you ready, Steve?
I don't know.
No, I mean, that's a good one.
Actually, Eve had an apple for the dude. Let's get it right. She's the one that she caused all the problems like women do.
Well, now you're swooping in trying to impress her with your apple.
Yeah.
Well, it's more actually like a,
I don't want to know.
No, let's move on.
It's more like a mini.
Like a prune?
A gherkin?
Yeah, a gherkin.
A gherkin.
Well, okay, that's actually complimentary. I'll take that.
I thought they were the little guys. Anyways.
Oh, are they? Oh, all right.
Ready?
Yes.
Sharing its name with another animal, what is the name of the Brady Bunch dog?
Tiger.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
What guitar manufacturer is responsible for the Stratocaster?
Fender.
Yes. What actress starred in the movie Twister as well as the show Mad About You?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
No.
No, sir.
Jane Fonda.
No.
Jan Brady.
There we go.
It is said that chicken fried steak originated in what southern U.S. state?
I'm going to go with Florida.
Nope.
Mississippi.
Nope.
Alabama.
No. What president is on the quarter?
Washington.
Yes. In the movie Psycho, what food item was used as blood on screen?
Beets.
No.
Cherries.
No.
Ketchup.
No. Beginning with J, what was the real first name of what is the real first name of Ozzy Osbourne?
John.
Yes. Retired baseball player David Ortiz is better known as Big what?
Poppy.
Kelly Rowland was a part of what
Destiny's
girl group?
Child.
Yep. How many children does Nick Cannon currently have?
19?
Nope.
9?
No.
8?
No.
Oh.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct. With that, you win 6-5.
Yes.
Nice work.
Destiny's Child was a difference maker.
Sorry, Tom.
No worries.
All right, there you go, buddy. And Tiger was a difference maker. I can't believe Tom didn't know Tiger. Come on, man.
Yeah, the poor dog dies and they replace him with Oliver.
Yeah, and I have
downgrade.
It was definitely a downgrade. You're right. Yeah.
Tom did get the actress in Twister and Mad About You was Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt.
Michael's sister. Come on.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Nope, neither do I.
You don't know Mike?
No. Think of her last name. Helen Hunt.
See, that was originally one of my questions for the Easter edition of this. So it was just kind of like a leftover. So I was not even thinking that.
I
was thinking
you had
Easter.
a Michael Hunt question. I was like,
No.
whoa.
It is not.
I was just thinking Easter. I'm like,
It's not often that things go over your head. Mostly when you say stuff to me, it goes over my head. So
No,
this is a win.
I thought you were making some reference to some 1930s TV show.
That still went over your head.
It took me a half a second, but I caught it before it went fully over my head.
Gotcha.
It was flying over, it kind of past my forehead, and I was like, I got
You
it.
caught it.
Caught it last
You
second.
caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Does anybody know what southern state chicken fried steak is said to originate?
I'm always going to guess Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the biggest southern state. We got. I think they always should get a guess.
It even went into my mind. I'm like, there's no way it was Texas.
I mean, chicken fried steak. I believe Texas would do that.
Well,
Big
sure.
old piece of meat fried.
Let me tell you right now. I mean, Texas is like, look, they do a lot of good things down there, and chicken fried steak is one of them.
That was always my go-to for a breakfast plate. Whenever we would go anywhere for breakfast, I was like, chicken fried steak and eggs.
And then you were done for the rest of the day because that would put you in a coma.
So filling.
Yeah. Does anybody know what food item? What food item was used as blood in the movie Psycho? It was black and white.
I was about to say, that's right. It was black and white. Why did I think about red?
Oh, I totally forgot black and white. I'm done. Yeah.
Peas?
No.
No, that's Exorcist.
Oh, yeah, that's peas. Super peas. Yeah. No.
Boy,
It is sweet.
Chocolate.
Oh, chocolate.
Chocolate syrup.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that would have been fun because when they're done with the scene, you could just lick your
Lick the shower because
chocolate.
How cool is that, people probably were really distressed that, oh my God, they're showing blood in this movie, and reality, oh, hey, it's chocolate syrup. What do you want
Chocolate syrup. Man, imagine filming that movie and it's going to be in black and white, but it's got to be like a weird disconnect. Like, yeah, I know I'm supposed to act like there's blood in this bathtub, but it just looks like delicious chocolate.
Dude, that Hitchcock.
Something else in the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, that Hitchcock was something, man. He was like a guy that did storyboards, which were basically like comic books that they would look at, if you will, very similar to how comic books are laid out to make a movie. He had a blue script, green script kind of thing, where the blue script was all of the dialogue and the green script was the emotion he wanted the audience to feel at the time. The guy was pretty amazing for a director.
Does anybody know how many kids Nick Cannon has currently?
Gosh, I would be guessing, but I feel like it's double digits, right?
Mm-hmm.
12?
12.
Yeah,
that's right. He's a big Seahawks fan.
That's what it is,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, did you hear our buddy?
Who's our buddy?
Our buddy Mason, who used to work here in town, is now doing a show with him. If anybody knows Mason, she was Mason on Moving for the longest time. She's now co-hosting a morning show with the guy somewhere.
With Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she just announced that on Facebook. And folks here in Seattle probably know Mason because she did radio here for a long, long time.
I hope they're like in separate rooms because I hear just talking to him will get you pregnant.
Yeah, I am a little concerned for Mason for that reason because it does seem that guy somehow can just think about a kid and next thing you know, you've got one.
I mean, you don't even have sex with him and you could get impregnated by him.
Maybe that's immaculate conception. Maybe that's what they're talking about.
I like that. I just Google Nick Cannon, and the first news article that comes up, multiple. Nick Cannon wouldn't mind if Taylor Swift having his 13th child. All over the internet today.
Well, she just ended a relationship, didn't she?
I have no idea.
I thought you guys were Swifties.
And there's a lot of controversy because people believe that she ended it just in time to promote something.
Her new album.
Yeah.
She got another album dropping. I can't believe you Swifties. You guys are poser Swifties.
Yeah, Steve knew. I didn't know.
I did know.
Yeah, Steve knew.
And I feel like I'm more of like a vintage Swiftie. I'm like old school with my Swiftie.
Well, let me tell you, I don't ever click on vintage porn, so I think you're starting to really, phase out, buddy.
I'm more of like when she was like kind of like making that transition from being a country artist to like kind of a pop performer. Yeah. And kind of like there's a little bit of both still going on. Now she's a little too folky for me, to be honest with you. I don't think anything she writes is bad. But I listen to some of the newer stuff. I'm like, I'm good. If I need to take a nap, I'll listen to it.
Yeah. Oh, really? She's gone folky.
It's a lot of folky stuff.
It's a lot of like dreamy type stuff.
Yeah.
It's well written. Obviously, the songwriting is there if you're a fan. But like, I like a little bit more upbeat to my Taylor Swift.
Wow. And you know what? She's still killing. So obviously, people are still liking the music.
Oh yeah, I think I'm probably in the minority when it comes to like. If you're a Taylor Swift fan, I think most of them are in for the ride. But like,
I'm with you.
I'm
though.
not really sold on that stuff.
Yeah, I kind of like the upbeat stuff. Like that's what I have a couple of her tunes on there. But if it's not upbeat, I don't know if I want it.
That's why she's doing the eras tours, because that way we can get different eras of Taylor's.
Well, I hope that the more current eras are towards the end of the set, so I can bone out.
I bet she probably.
Pardon me, sir.
Whoa.
Okay, that could get me in trouble at a Taylor Swift concert.
I think Nick Cannon just made another baby. All right. Well, you of course, you have an opinion, and somebody needs to hear it. So this is your time. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. You can call us and text us at 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text, 206-803-ROCK. Your calls, your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. 206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. If you'd like to get through, you can call, you can text, however you want to do it. Just remember, when you call, Steve has a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you're going to have to be gone. And we're going to have to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That's the number to text.
So he said, hey, I saw Danny and Joe at the Sounders match. Were you guys in a suite? LOL.
We sure were.
What?
Yeah.
Sweet life with you guys.
Dude, I think there's something sweet in the air from the Kraken game. D. Ted Smith he was in the suite for Monster Jam, and now you guys.
Yeah, it's that sweet life. Yeah, it was funny enough. Joe's the one that hooked this one up.
The great Joe Genie?
The great Joe Genie made some magic happen.
What? Usually makes things disappear, like women. But now all of a sudden he's making you guys appear in a suite.
He did.
Yeah, man, my buddy got some tickets from his grandma last minute, and he invited us, and Danny and I jumped on the opportunity. I got to admit, the suite life's pretty awesome.
All right, so what kind of food were they rocking in the suite?
Here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
burp.
It was not that sweet of a life because there were no food or drinks there. You had to buy your own.
You know what, though? Like, some of these suites, like, if you don't have deep pockets, you have to, like, that's a lot of money.
So what's the point of a suite if they don't have chow in there?
You don't have to deal with people. You get your own little club area where there's not, like, the normal lines.
You can kick back, enjoy having a little space.
Very comfortable seats and great seats.
Oh, all right.
And these seats were free for these guys.
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, I listen, as a beggar, I've always been a chooser.
And I will say, the cool part about this suite is it had its own bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, that's the nice thing. Like, that's the one thing I noticed at Climate Pledge. Like, they don't put bathrooms in the suites, but they have a bathroom on the floor they have multiple bathrooms on the floor where the suites are. So it's not that big of an inconvenience.
I have to share a bathroom with others.
Other sweet people.
Oh, I don't know. Those other sweet people are not as sweet as me.
Well, that's where you get to talk to them and find out they have pretzels in their suite.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Nothing beats standing at a urinal next to another man and be like, you guys got pretzels.
I feel like I would run at this point.
Soft pretzels. I don't want your hard pretzels.
Oh, okay, then.
It was really cool, though, because the suite that we were in just happened to be right above a Seahawks sign. So we have the greatest picture ever of Joe and I from our friend Jose took it.
That is a great picture.
Yeah, and there's like the Seahawks logo right under it. Oh, so awesome.
Let's save that for Seahawks season, baby.
Yeah.
You can pretend you were there for a Seahawks game.
We could.
Nobody would know.
Wearing our Sounders
jerseys. So how did the match turn out?
Great, 3-0.
Oh, man.
Winning ways continue for the Sounders.
It seems like Seattle teams outside of the Mariners are really making it happen.
Yes, I know. I'm cracking on a current 5-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Play again tonight against Vegas, the second to last game. And then some people have been texting, any of you guys get playoff tickets? Danny and I tried.
Oh, really? You tried and failed?
At 10 a.m., we went on there, and we have a cap of how much we're both willing to spend for a ticket. Mm-hmm. And there were tickets available under that cap, but when you click on it, I'm sorry, those tickets are gone.
Oh.
They were going quick, obviously, but there's a few options for like $100 tickets. I'm like, oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. Even
Okay.
150, hell, as long as it's under 200, that's a little more than I want to spend, but I could in my head justify first playoff game ever. That'd be cool, but now everything's well over $200 a ticket.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
We're going to watch, though.
We're going to make it. We're
are?
going to go. We're going to figure it out, BJ. Somehow we're getting in there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how yet.
I've seen your magic in Vegas. Danny, I wouldn't count on anything if Steve's going to try to put some magic to get you into one.
Well, you haven't seen my magic, so maybe we'll figure it out, or we'll get the great Joe Genie involved, and he'll create some magic.
Yeah, he just can't go into the game with us if there's a pair, but he can help us make it happen.
I see. So if there's a pair of tickets Joe can get, you and Danny will say, thank you, Joe, and
go in.
Off you go.
I know that money. Buy us a suite, man.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. But you know what? The sweet couch you have in your living room should be good.
That's a good point, man. Regardless, I can't wait. I just want to know who we're playing and when. That's the hard part, is like buying these tickets blind.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when the game's going to be yet. So, like, if I'm scared, like, we get tickets, like when we were trying to buy the tickets, and then the game's this day and you're not in town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can't put out the schedule until the playoff picture is fully set.
I suggest you keep watching either Colorado or L.A. and just, take a shot and just buy some tickets in those cities and hope that the Kraken play. If not, you're watching the Kings take on another team.
It might be cheaper to fly somewhere else and go to see a Kraken play in a playoff game.
I actually consider that, because especially if we're going to play the Avalanche in round one, I was like, well, I have my friend who lives in Denver and he has season tickets, and he was like, yeah, my wife won't let you have that ticket. If
not for the playoffs.
And I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, all the cool hookups from people are like, oh yeah, you want to go? Those stop. When the playoffs come. I get it. Like that's what you get the season tickets for. So you have priority to get these playoff tickets.
Yeah. So now I'm working on getting him divorced, and then we'll he'll
make that happen.
With With
AI, we could probably make it seem like she did something.
That's fair. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like she's trying to suck on somebody's tongue or something like that. I'm sure we can make it happen.
Yeah, I hear that tongue sucking happens when you're a hockey fan.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, especially if you're an Avs fan. So, yeah.
So he said, hey, Migs, I hope everything was okay with you at Monday Night Raw. It looked like there was a security incident.
What?
I'm not sure what's happening. What is it? Dude, what?
This was great. I got so many messages from people because people spotted myself and D. Ted Smith. We were sitting right towards the front, like second row. For Monday Night Raw last night. It was a blast.
Oh, yeah.
We were sitting right with Mighty Mouse Johnson from UFC, Bellator days. What a great guy. And what a great dad. Like, he was there right from the get-go for his kids. And you could tell, having a great time. The wrestlers were geeking out seeing him.
Yes.
He's arguably one of the greatest UFC fighters, and they all recognized him, and he was super nice and humble, and even turned around and looked at us at one point. He goes, you guys look familiar. Remembered that he's been on our show in studio and also on the men's room as well, but couldn't be a nicer guy. But apparently at some point, there was a big security, like 20 security guards I hear. I wasn't there to see it. We went up to go to the bathroom and Ted went to go grab a beer in between matches, and we come back and one of the guys was telling us, like, oh, you guys missed out on all the craziness. I'm like, what craziness? Apparently somebody tried to sit in the front row that had like fourth row seats, refused to get out of the seats. Oh. Security's trying to get them out, and they're like putting their foot down, like, no, we're not getting out. And it's like, I didn't see any of this. This was all hearsay. And then like WWE had a bunch of their security to get them out of there. But it was like a big incident, apparently.
Wow.
And we missed all of it.
Damn.
But I get all these messages because people are like, are you okay? Because then after this incident, they probably didn't realize we weren't there. But then we weren't there because we were already gone for the bathroom. People thought we got kicked out.
Oh, they thought it was you two.
That's funny.
Yeah, so all these people are like, you guys good? And you need help? And I'm like, yeah, we're fine. What happened? And then we find out what happened. I'm like, oh my gosh, we missed out on all the fun stuff, man.
Oh, man. And I was hoping you two got kicked out.
I know. I don't want to be kicked out.
That's the news.
And then the big story was apparently there was travel issues. Like half of the roster from the WWE was not there. So they had like do a whole bunch of rewrites and put together new matches. I'm not sure what was going on, but they're saying travel issues caused 50% of the roster to not make Monday Night Raw.
That's wild.
They put on a fun show last night. We had a blast.
Wow, that's amazing that they could make that adjustment when half the people couldn't show.
Yeah, I don't know how many were like planned to be in matches.
Can't believe they didn't draft you at that point.
Everyone was waiting for it. So was I. I was ready. I had my good shoes on.
Hey, is that guy here the guy that stole the cap off of the other dude? Does he want to get out there? Oh, how crazy would that have been if, in fact, they were like, if they just knew you were there, knew you were involved?
Steve, we need you.
Would you have just soiled yourself in that moment if the WWE said we need you to get in there?
I mean, maybe a little piddle, but not like a full soilage.
Man.
I don't. I mean, of course you got to say yes, but then
I never say no.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Wow. And what would you be
Just go out there in street clothes?
It would be great if you had your stuff with you, though. I would have been more proud of you. Like every time Steve goes to a wrestling match, he brings his outfit because you never know. You just never know.
I got to go to my car. It's by Buckley's. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
I'll be right back.
Speaking of Buckley's, man, have you been there?
I think so. A long time ago.
There's a couple of them. There's the one in Belltown, and then Ted's like, let's meet at Buckley's in Queen Anne. That was awesome.
It's a restaurant, right?
Yeah, restaurant bar.
Yeah, I think I have been. I think Ted might have taken me.
Probably to the one in Belltown because he used to go to that one a lot.
Is that the one that's near Climate Pledge?
It's super near Climate Pledge, but it's like a couple blocks down going towards Western.
Yeah, I always park there, actually. If I can't find street parking, there's a parking lot right next to it. And it's great after getting out of an event to go there after for whatever food.
I know. I kind of was, if we weren't working this morning, I was like, the Kraken game's on right now. Like, that'd be kind of fun to go watch the rest of the Kraken game. But like, I got it. But the best part so I get there before Ted, and I'm sitting there waiting for him, and Ted walks in. And I'm trying to wave at him, but he's walking towards another person. And as he's walking towards that person, I go, oh my God, Ted's not paying attention. And he's just walking towards a random bald guy that's sitting at a table. And I'm like laughing, watching this. I'm like, Ted, over here. Ted realizes right before he's about to sit down next to this random bald dude that it's not me. And then he comes over, and then the bartender lady comes over, and she's just like, sir, huh? So you think all bald guys look alike, huh?
That's fantastic.
So she witnessed the whole thing, and I was just like, okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one who saw that. But Ted totally just almost posted up with another bald guy.
That is awesome. You see, you look like so many people.
The random bald guy at Buckley's.
Yeah.
The Buckley's bald man.
That's right. Amazing. I think you guys have a club now. You got the Bowie boys, right? The Bowie buddies. How about the bald buddies at Buckley's? BBB.
The bald buddy sounds weird, though.
Only to your ear. I think you should
and
go
Vicky's.
Yeah, that's why. Vicky, just say it sounds great. What are you doing?
It sounds weird.
I know, but that's why I want him to come out and okay. Hey, it is Listeners on the Loose where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That is the number to text. More of your calls and more of your texts. We'll take those at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit Max.com.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
At Columbia College, you can invest in your future without sacrificing today. Online, in-class, and virtual options save you time and money. Take the first step toward earning your accredited degree. Classes start soon. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text.
Oh, somebody has a theory about Joe and his lack of game.
The great Joe Genie cannot seem to get the ladies.
Sometimes he can't even get to the point where we can record audio of him trying to get the ladies.
Yeah, I know. That's a thing.
Someone says, I'm telling you guys, Joey is saving himself for Vicky. Oh. That is the only logical explanation for him torpedoing all the situations when you guys are trying to set him up with a girl.
Yeah, but that would make Vicky my daughter-in-law. I'm not sure I'm ready for this.
You could do worse.
Could I?
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
You could.
My family makes delicious tamales and food. And over the holidays.
Fruit snacks.
And they will feed you till you die.
Maybe your brother. Maybe we'll have your brother.
Which
marry
one?
Joe. Yeah. Well, not Josie.
Marry Joe.
Yeah. I don't think Joey can marry a toddler, but you know what? What do you think? He's the Dalai Lama? No.
I don't like any of these theories.
I mean, come on. Like, you already know Vicky, so you don't have to worry about
That's
you don't
what
have to
I'm
worry
saying.
about, but the woman doesn't have to come in and swoop like a divide between you and your son. I just watched the Dusty Rhodes documentary about
okay, that's where we're going.
Gold Dust, like his son, He started married some woman. She kind of caused a massive rift between the two and led to them not talking for 5 years.
You say that Vicky won't be our Yoko? She should be okay?
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So Vicky will still, she knows how to deal with you.
That's true.
I mean, ish.
Yeah,
I just hand you a Kit Kat bar and walk away.
That is a good point. Kit Kats do make things
Texter
better.
might be onto something.
All right, look.
They do have that pact, when we turn 40 pact.
Yeah, I feel like Joey is probably going to leave the country if that happens.
He's trying to hurry. He's come on, Danny, I need to find a gal. Come on.
I think Joey is either A, at 40 years old, going to leave the country, or B, he will find somebody.
He's a great Joe Gene. He'll just make himself disappear.
I don't think he wants to get married. I really think that he's happy being a bachelor, and I'm looking at him going, there's nothing about your life that I can tell you is wrong.
Joe, is that true? Are you happy being a bachelor?
Yeah, right now I am. But I do see myself kind of wanting to be in a relationship more as the days go on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you want to settle down.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that, though, and it's because of the news that just recently came out.
What's this?
Well, Taylor Swift's single again.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Now he wants to settle
So you've
down.
been waiting for Taylor Swift this whole time.
Look, man, you got to play the long game.
It's all tracking.
How crazy would that be if somehow they met and she's like, wow, Joey, you're an amazing guy.
Well, let's check Facebook. There might be other women named Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I mean, people play the lottery. What if this is my lottery? Joey getting with Taylor Swift.
He has a better chance of winning the lottery.
Whoa.
Oh,
that's probably true.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
Look at who she's been dating. She doesn't date just the common folk.
I
mean, he's got to work on being a bigger deal as the great Joe Genie. He's got to get his magic up to a new level.
And I think that, when it comes to how she be as a partner, she doesn't have a great track record, if you ask me. Because, not only does she not stay in relationships very long, but she will write songs about how bad of a partner you are, it seems.
Wait, didn't she
it was like
6 years or something
6 years, yeah.
That's a good run.
Not when it ends.
Everything ends.
Wow. All right. Well, you have some explaining to do when you get home this afternoon.
I could be married for the rest of my life. At some point, it's going to end.
Because you die, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. That's true. Death do us part.
Right, there's an expiration date on everything, Broski.
Yeah, but, that's more nature than Taylor.
I think Joe would have a chance with Taylor Swift if he could actually meet Taylor Swift.
Yes.
I think that's the part that you're never going to get Joe to meet Taylor
I just want to remember what happened the last time she met a radio personality.
That's fair.
A lawsuit happened.
I take this out, yeah.
Yeah, well, this time it'll be different.
Oh, will it?
This time we'll take a lawsuit on her. See how it works. That's how it works.
Because she won't marry your son.
Exactly.
This is all making sense.
I'm loving it, and I'm ready to go to court.
But what if I do a magic trick, I make my bass guitar appear, then I write her a song?
Ooh.
Come on.
This sounds romantic. Hey, or just take a boombox, John Cusack style, and just keep blasting outside of her house. I'm sure that'll work.
Oh, in the 80s, that was romantic. In 2023, that's stalking.
Tomato.
Yeah,
That's
really,
fair.
you only know one song on bass right now, which I taught him this weekend.
Which is?
Green Day's When I Come Around.
Oh, wow, of course. That really shocks me that you taught him a Green Day song.
Not exactly the most romantic song in the world.
No.
We just played that over and over.
When I come around, you will do what I ask.
You
and
will
be my girlfriend.
you will call the authorities.
Yeah.
How about Teach Him Longview? That seems like a more appropriate song for him to learn.
That's fair. I don't think he can do Longview.
It's about love, BJ.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I thought Basket Case would be better for him.
Longview's about loving yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
self-love.
really? I did not know that about Longview.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that is the perfect song for the great Joe Genie.
Yeah, so let's start there first before we start jumping right to Taylor Swift territory. Let's make sure you can love yourself first, Joe.
Baby steps. I feel like he's had 30-some-odd years to figure that out.
How's it going, though?
Loving himself?
Yes.
I think that's the only one loving him right now. Everybody else is saying no to him.
I feel like himself is even turning himself down.
Oh, that is horrible.
He had a tough go at Seattle Rock Night.
Wow. All righty.
Yeah, I think my body's on strike.
Okay, then. Lots of information that this kid didn't need. 206.
All the fun, BJ.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text listeners on the loose.
Someone said chicken fried steak and eggs. That's my go-to breakfast from our friend, the Drifting Nerd. And then another person said, they do best chicken fried steak I've ever had is at the Homestead in Lakewood. They do it 9 different ways.
Okay, look, we have to give some context because that is just like, I like chicken. I mean, I use listeners on the loose.
They take the topic. Today's topic is chicken fried steak.
Yeah, we had a question about where was chicken fried steak made. That's why, because it just sounds so random. All right, talk about whatever you want to talk about. I like apples. Thank you for listening.
I like turtles.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, what kind of show is this? People just call in to tell you, you know what? I like warm walks on a sunny beach. Chicken fried steak between my toes.
Why not?
I like fried chicken.
And chicken fried steak.
Yeah. I have no idea how this show
So
is
wait,
still
the
on
Homestead does 9 different versions of chicken fried steak?
Seems like a place that must be visited.
That seems excessive. Like way too many.
Shut your mouth, heathen.
I kind of want to know what the 9 varieties are.
Varieties. Well, there's chicken. Well, it's like Bubba Gum Shrimp Company.
But there's chicken fried steak.
Chicken
How
fried
else do you do
steak,
it?
and then there's fried chicken steak, and then there's steak fried chicken, chicken fried steak, and then there's the steak,
unfried chicken
fried
steak?
Unfried.
Oh, they have one called El Gordito.
Chicken baked steak?
Which is a chicken fried steak breakfast burrito, which is half a pound of chicken fried steak chopped and mixed with scrambled eggs, bell peppers, onions, and cheddar. Tortilla topped with half red, half green enchilada sauce, and a trace of sour cream.
What part of that do you not think is appropriate for America, Danny?
All of it is.
I didn't think we were allowed to read porn on the air.
Yeah, where's the home? Is it the Homestead or where's that?
Homestead in Lakewood.
Homestead in Lakewood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a bit of
By
a
Tacoma. It's not that far.
Oh, not for you, Pete.
They have waffles and chicken fried steak.
That's a great idea.
Okay. So far, these are all 9 varieties. Doesn't
Do
seem
they
like
have plant-based chicken fried steak? I'm going to guess no.
Not that I'm seeing.
I mean, there are chicken. They do make chicken. Fake chicken.
They do make
I don't see why they couldn't chicken fry some impossible stuff.
Oh, yeah, and they have enough fake steak. Frake steak.
I would like frake steak.
They have a chicken fried steak burger.
Remember, we had one of those here at the station. That was good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Honest to God, you guys are just like you guys are just like grunting at this point. Steak, burger,
chicken fried.
Yeah. Anyway, what we've proven is that it's pretty easy to get 9 varieties of chicken fried steak.
That's right.
Danny, you have lost this argument.
That's fine.
Thank you. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. It's listeners on the loose. Any other random things that people like, Steve?
Yes, Paw Patrol.
Oh, my God.
Get a lot of texts about this one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went to it, didn't you?
I went to Paw Patrol Live.
How was it?
It was Paw Patrol Live.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, I can tell Bluey still kicks ass.
Bluey's way better.
Yeah.
Look, it was fine. Could have been maybe 40, 50 minutes shorter.
How long was the whole show?
45 minutes. Yeah. It was like 2 hours almost.
Oh,
they had an intermission, and at the intermission, I thought it was over. I'm like, sweet. And I was like, it's not over.
Oh. Welcome to your child's life.
Yeah. I mean, it was well done. Kids liked it.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything awful. It wasn't like I was miserable there. I was like, at least I knew I was going to get, it was a happy ending because we were going to go get pizza afterwards. So I was like, okay, we went to Forelli's. That was the best part.
Oh, well, see? There's always a silver lining.
But man.
Yeah.
It went a lot longer than I thought because we got spoiled. Bluey was under an hour.
Bluey knows what's up.
Yeah.
Bluey knows how to entertain. Plus, they throw stuff out in the crowd.
They play keepy uppy.
Yeah. which is what I've been trying to do ever since I turned 60.
There's pills and shots for that, BJ.
Sure is. Hey, Bluey, help me keep you uppy. Let's make it a game for this old man.
It was fine. It wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't love it like I love Bluey. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Well, Paw Patrol, you know what? I guess
dude,
they're
it was packed in there.
Oh, packed Patrol.
It was super packed. They did 2 shows each day.
They're just printing money, aren't they?
Oh, the concessions, and then we got to get her they're geniuses because they had 2 helmets that were where you put your food in, so you could either get the Rubble one, which is a yellow helmet, which is my favorite character, but and then there's Marshall, which is everyone's favorite character. I feel the red one.
Why do I feel like 2 had to be purchased?
No, it didn't happen. Thankfully, I thought luckily Tatum was cool, but she wanted popcorn. But in order to get the popcorn, you could only get it with 1 helmet, with the yellow helmet. I'm like, can I get the red helmet with the popcorn? She's like, no, sir. If you want the red helmet, you got to get the cotton candy.
Oh, come on.
They
wouldn't. What?
And I'm thinking, I'm like, they're freaking geniuses because now they got pissed off kids, parents that just don't want to deal with that crap, so they buy both.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is. You know me.
Yeah.
You were a better man than me. I would have had a battle.
I had a little bit of a back and forth for a half a second. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I going to argue with this poor guy that's stuck here having to deal with crazy children trying to buy stuff all the time? I'm like, give me the red helmet, sir.
What a nickel and dime type way of doing stuff, though.
That's more like $15 a dime.
Okay, that's BS, man.
Yeah.
That really is such BS. Oh, wow. All right. Well, congratulations to a fun afternoon.
I mean, it was a brilliant idea on their end to be able to make you want to. I'm sure people did buy both helmets because their kids wanted. Luckily, Tatum was like, Yeah, I'm fine with having Rebel's helmet. You know?
Oh, that's nice.
Because we wanted the popcorn, and the popcorn was delicious though.
Oh, no, of course. Yeah, well, that was the important part of the
cotton candy. Cotton candy's trash.
Cotton candy is trash.
It's okay for a couple bites, but you don't want that whole giant thing.
Oh, I'm done with cotton candy.
Oh, you're done with it?
Oh yeah, I won't have it anymore. It's right in the Dippin' Dot zone. It's like, you know,
like Dippin' Dots?
Oh, please. We walk by so many Dippin'. Sarah and I at least are lockstep in this because we're looking for ice cream, not these frozen nuggets of who knows what's in it.
Yes. You don't like cold balls in your mouth?
No, you know how I like balls in my mouth, Stephen. I don't like them cold.
I like Dippin' Dots.
I love Dippin' Dots.
I think they're delicious.
That explains why you and Danny are never invited to any real fancy events.
Oh, because of our ice cream preference?
Because of cold balls in your mouth.
Cold balls. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, it's just people have a thing.
Yeah, I see that we started talking and cold balls are falling out of
Even
our
the Dalai Lama, no, don't bite. Don't lick. I don't want you guys to suck my tongue, you cold ball lickers.
Let's not go there.
Okay. Hey, let's go to Master T in Tacoma. Master T, you're on the rock.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
You are, sir. What can we do for you?
So coming back to your conversation earlier about certain items that from, a rock genre.
Iconic, yeah. Like an iconic piece of, iconic musical item that you would like. What's yours, babe?
Absolutely. So mine would be Lucille, B.B. King's guitar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good call. I wonder if...
Hell yeah. I was able to meet him and his family at one particular moment in time, and was able to get his autograph and a few guitar picks and things like that.
Nice.
But having that guitar would be iconic. It got me into playing guitar.
Oh wow!
He's no longer with us, right? He's gone.
No, I think he passed.
I believe so. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that guitar is available for sale, and I wonder what it would fetch.
I bet money that Jim Irsay guy owns it.
Oh, you're probably right.
I feel like if it's anything to do with music, now that Paul Allen's no longer with us, it's now the other rich football team owner.
We need a new sci-fi guy.
Yes.
Paul Allen was also not only the music, but the sci-fi collector, and I'm not sure who's taking his place.
I was thinking about guitars as like an iconic thing I'd want to own, only because drums would be cool, but you can't really put drums on a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but it takes up a lot of space. Whereas if I'm getting an iconic guitar, I'm not going to want to play it, but I want it to be on, I'd want it in a room where I could sit back and be like, that's pretty cool, and it creates fun memories that way.
Yeah, I remember was it Fender or Gibson at the electronics show that we got to go in their tent?
Yes,
and they had all.
Oh my god!
And they had all the guitars set up just the way you were talking.
It looks so good, all racked on the wall.
I think it was Gibson.
I think the one I would go with is the Gibson that. Speaking of Gibson, it's the Gibson that Ace Frehley played, the Les Paul.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
yeah. It had that. I think it's called Sunburst, that kind of color thing, where it's kind of fades into a differerent color.
Yep.
Yeah.
There can be different kinds of sunbursts too.
That's true. It's kind of the more orange looking one.
Nice. I like that.
All right, Steve, I support this.
I know Slash has got it. I mean, he was also known for his Les Pauls, and those were pretty awesome.
Yeah, he has his own signature one nowadays.
Slash?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like a red, or it's called a red cherry sunburst or something like that. And I think there's a green version as well. It's really pretty.
You know who else? Mike McCready has a signature guitar.
Oh, does he?
And
he should just give it to us, right?
I was tempted. It's I think it's like a Fender, if I remember correctly. It's a Strat.
Okay,
a Stratocaster. Yeah.
Let me just say this right now: we've had that McCready kid on the show.
He should bring us guitars.
Well, he should give it to us. I mean, after all we've done for him, right? Look, where would his career be if not for us?
I still think by us, you mean me? I'm all in for this idea.
Okay, very good.
See, I'm surprised you didn't go with Eddie Vedder's tambourine.
Well, he has so many, so he just kind of flies through them. It's not like it's not like one set tambourine that he's using.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
I think it does.
He could sign it and he could put it up on the wall, though.
But I think the McCready guitar, the signature one, it was it's a pretty penny. I can't find the price on this thing.
It's $14 million.
I don't know if it's over 1,000, but it's more than I'd want to spend. It's a replica, obviously. It's not the real one, but it looks cool. They made it look worn.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah.
It looks like it's been beat to hell.
I thought that was his because it looks like it's been beat to hell.
That's awesome.
That's sweet.
I know.
Dude. All right, yeah. What is it, just $1,000?
I think it's under that.
Oh,
I don't know.
Dude, you got that covered.
It's a mock-up of a 1960 Stratocaster.
Just, you know what? You just skip a couple of Paw Patrols, you're in.
Just a couple less popcorns at Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
I can buy it.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have it. I'll have him sign it, and I'll be like, no, Mike gave it to me fresh off the stage. Signed it.
You could actually, you could make people think that.
Yeah, but I couldn't sell it.
Until it's too late. And then you're already out of the country, living the good life. I've already got a plan for you. Why don't you just make
top
this
story
happen?
Radio personality counterfeiting Mike McCready guitars.
That's a top story, but you know what?
You'll be in some country, right? Like the money heisters. They're not going to know where you are.
That's a good point.
You know what? You have it set up. They can't find you.
All right, well, you know what? Now it's time to get one. Can you buy it for me, BJ? I mean,
I'll look into it.
They sell it over at the Thunder Road Guitars in West Seattle.
Oh, cool. That's right by my house.
Can you swing by there, see if they have one?
I should.
Yeah, thanks, Danny.
Send a picture of it.
Hey, if you acquire it in some way that's illegal, just get it to Steve before you get arrested.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, I was going to jokingly say, why don't you steal it? But I was like, that's not cool.
No.
Oh, that's not cool.
Or like, you know.
just want to we want to cheat people out of money, making them think they have an original something. That's fraud, I guess, not theft.
Well, it's like, it's
fraud's
like,
okay.
It's case by case. Like, Mike's doing okay for himself. I don't know how Thunder Road Guitars are doing. Like, look
like
a mom and
business.
pop shop.
This is a very good point.
I don't
Danny,
want to hurt business.
break into Mike McCready's house instead.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good point, Steve.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, let's Robin Hood this bee. All right, we have a big question that has to be answered. And not, hey, who's going to increase Mike McCready's security now? That it has to be. Here's a big question. What do Ryan Castle and McDonald's have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and McDonald's have in common?
Secret sauce.
Yeah, special, buddy. Mm-hmm. You're all
dude. I love McDonald's. I don't eat it as often as I used to because I'm not a young man anymore. But if I'm going to go out and get fast food, it's going to be at the Mac and Don Steakhouse.
Yes,
you can't go wrong.
No.
Someone said you can find Steve dipping his nugs in both. Side question: what's your favorite sauce? I'm a honey mustard kind of guy.
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour all the way.
Ranch.
Shut up.
Okay.
Ranch. Do they even do ranch at
Yes,
McDonald's?
they do, and it's fantastic.
Oh.
Danny does.
See, I'm old school. I got into the sauce before the ranch was around.
Mm-hmm.
As it were.
To me, it's just sweet and sour. There's no other option.
Barbecue, though, has enough sweetness every once in a while that if they don't have sweet and sour, I can go barbecue.
That's a very distant number 2.
Yeah. Hey, how about this? Starting tomorrow.
Oh, honey.
Honey's good, too. Starting tomorrow, McDonald's is going to have a new McFlurry on its menu. A strawberry shortcake McFlurry. I kind of want this.
Oh, so it's not just a strawberry flavor. It's got like chunks in it.
That's, like the McFlurry is legit.
It reminds me of those strawberry shortcake ice cream bars you get from the, ice cream truck.
That's what I was thinking,
so
Vicky.
good.
I love those.
Those are my favorite.
If it tastes like that, I'm in. Yeah.
Well, there's only one way to find out for sure, BJ.
Yeah. How about Singapore has had this on the menu for the whole time? Why does Singapore get it and we're just getting it now? But only at participating locations. So if you go to a McDonald's that's not participating, I think you speak in a very, very stern voice and go, please.
Oh, yes. Strongly worded letter on social media.
Yes.
Or just travel to Singapore.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Ryan Castle, guess what he's got? Just a 12. You don't have he's got 12 back. All right, fine. That's next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session that an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Azure Standard presents David's Corner with founder and organic pioneer David Stelzer.
It is certainly true that gratitude is the key to abundance. The more grateful we are for the little things in our life, the small blessings, the more those blessings begin to grow into our life to make our lives full and rewarding. I am so grateful here at Azure for our wonderful customers and team that I am surrounded with every day. And I feel like every day we get more wonderful people involved in Azure. And I am so excited about that as we're moving forward. And I tell you, Today, if you're thinking about the small blessings in your life and you can be grateful for those things, greater blessings will happen.
That was David's Corner, presented by David Stelzer, founder and CEO of Azure Standard, America's premier supplier of organic foods and over 12,000 healthful products. Join our community for free at azurestandard.com.